Hello there. It's your boy, Tasty Cake. Tasty Cake, Tasty Cake, Tasty Cake. Tasty. Hello there. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I'm on StreamYard instead of being on YouTube. Specifically, I thought, 3 weeks in a row, 2 Wednesdays and Saturday, I had issues with YouTube saying, "Oh, interference, you don't have enough power. You don't have enough power to do what you're doing." Because back in the day, it was, it just turned out to be blurry and pixelated, like pixelated bobblehead Funko Pop Mojo. But then when it happened Saturday, it's like, what the deuce, Brian? What the deuce? So I decided, you know what? I'm going to be on here. Yo, my moderator, my co-host when he wants to be on, my friend Kenny from Kenzo's Creations. I can. Things I just don't remember how to do. Oh, I'm in a corner. I'm in a corner. What do I push? See, for me to get used to this, because with the issues with YouTube, I still got to take off the notification for Saturday. If this works out nicely, yes, you do it all the time. Banners, style. I got style, loads of style. He's got style. Private, not private. Overlay. See, I'm just not used to this stuff. That's why I have the banner in the background. I can put the little one up there too. Hilarious. Hilarious. Oh no, it's the background there. It's under the window. Under your live window. Under my live. I can put some music on. My ears are. I can put some daydreaming music on. Under the live window. Under the live window. Live window. Oh! That's not what I want to do. I went to full screen on my computer screen. End stream button. I'm in, and because I'm doing StreamYard, I can be on Facebook right now. I am on YouTube right now. I'm Twitch right now. Yeah, because I can also just take myself off and do the whole thing again. I can do which is hilarious. I don't even know. Let me see what I can do real fast here. Since I have power to do so. Turn down the music, you damn kids. Dun, dun, dun. It's under 46. I have the music on. I keep the music on. Spell the key like at 21. Just have it up on 22. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was on 46 for some reason. Okay, yeah, it's funny. Dun, dun, dun. I put some other music on, but I can't. The whole thing. Under the live window. Especially with this new scenes of beta. New scene. The whole layout thing, which I never really got. Cancel. Add new item. I don't know. I try to figure out what the international, what Legend of Charming Tars does, but figure out. So I'm playing with it because here at least I can be on Facebook and Twitch at the same time, which I didn't think about. I was like, okay, I'm so used to YouTube doing a thing for all this time, and I was like, I have the power in my hands. So with the Void Border, it doesn't, it could be, not worried about it. We'll fix it later. Fix in post. Cinema layout. I'm hitting the freaking buttons here. These little buttons that I just are mandatory buttons. They just don't. Settings. I don't know. So anyway, I'm just playing with this right now. The idea that this stuff does not sit in a studio. This stuff when it's broadcast, the next day or so, I will delete it from the studio because it's not like YouTube. Once it's broadcast, it's good. It does not have to be set in the studio. That's the one thing I did with YouTube. Yeah. I have my videos I record through Logitech, and then I send them to YouTube, however it takes 2, 5, half an hour, or if it went to an hour and a half, I said, screw you, I'm not doing it. I'll record it the next day and I'll post it the next day. Everything's fine. But this stuff isn't. Basically, any of my stuff, I don't really care to keep it on after a long period of time because we can just go on YouTube, goes on Facebook. Oh, big deal. I did Facebook Live, and then they would say, 5 years ago, I was like, oh my God, look how much weight I gained. Yes, Mark. What can I do? I already turned down the music. Dun, dun, dun. Check Facebook Messenger. Okay, bring up Facebook Messenger. Disney Snow White remake is mostly a success thanks to Rachel Zegler appealing glow. Gal Gadot, thank you. Oh, okay, let me see here. Testing. Yes, Candyman, it does work. And you're replying. Oh, and I can reply back to you. I think my store had it, but it didn't sell. When Mark had his Facebook account, through second verification crap, it locked his account again. So he just sent me the testing, yeah. The whole Kit Kat cereal. I didn't. We had the Kit Kat cereal before What? Oh, okay, that's all stuff. Phew, that scared me for a second. Okay, Ava, you can stop dancing. Americans to receive $1,702 stimulus check. stimulus payments as part of the state's PFD program. Well, that'd be nice. I spend that much in a month. Speaking of which, oh, thank you, Mark. So that's good there. I'll figure out this stuff here, but I'm thankful to Grego for letting me have access to StreamYard, because let's talk about last night before I get to the notes. I can hear the music. I don't need it. Dun, dun, dun. I'm not going to bring up YouTube. I'm glad everyone can see me clearly. See, like I tried to color my hair, didn't work. Tomorrow will be my birthday. I'm 37. What? I'm 37. I'm not old. I just couldn't just call you man. You could say Dennis. Why didn't you call Dennis? You didn't bother to find out, did you? Well, I am king. Oh, king, eh? Exploiting the workers. That's all I got remembering. So, yes, I was on the Legend of Traveling Charts last night. You guys were like, and I gave my one choice to the master. And I threw in, afterwards, like John Malkovich. Am I a man? Am I an onion? Am I an onion man? Him as the master. Am I the master? Am I a Time Lord? Am I my Time Lord? No, that didn't work. Am I John Malkovich? Am I one of the Three Musketeers? Such a weird... That's a good guy. Yes, who did I bring in? Now I got to bring in a headset. Because I wanted to test these things out, so... Kenny, can you hear me? Okay, I got Kenzo's creations on to help me tweak out these things, and it's just an image, so stay that way. So last night's episode of Legend of Traveling Charts, a friend of mine contacted me and said, "Why are you still on that show?" So what? I said, "Oh yeah." He said, "Yeah, because." I'll hide you to stage afterwards, so you can help me tweak this thing out. I do want to do an intro and outro. The intro, we have the same 30-second intro that's part of StreamYard. And I thought me just saying, tasty, is funny. So I can go, oh, that's tasty. That's good soup. No, that's copyright, right? That was from that company who did, it was through Cartoon Network, the company that made the Team Venture Brothers. He's gone. You think I'm funny, Doctor? You think I'm funny? You think I'm funny, Kenny? That's good.
A little bit. What's up?
Yeah, that's what she said too. Since you were here first, you can tell me, what button am I going to push?
Okay, so let me check. Well, I mean, you've got us both in there. Usually when you have a second person on, it's going to do this. So right now, everything is as it should be. It's when you're on your solo is where it seems like there should be one that goes edge to edge. Because like when I do my lives, I'm all the way full. You just have like a picture frame, and it should be like directly below you. Like I said, the live window, but it's like directly below you. You should have like different options for layouts where you can make them circle, you can make them, bigger, smaller, whatever else. It's like
none of them worked on me though. That's the problem.
Because it's just weird because it just has like a white picture frame, which is not a big deal. You're normally a full screen, and it just gave you a,
Yeah, when I brought this up, it was that set that way. It's like, give a white picture frame. Otherwise, I would just go to, maybe it's the choices I make. It's always the choices. It's always the choices that you make that things happen. The banners are straight from the other shows. Oh, wait a minute. Where is it? There it is. Banners are still the same. It was just a choice of styles, and I used to be able to do these things. I just can't remember anymore. I can still put in a picture of me in the background. Let's take us off for a second. Boom, boom. So I just wouldn't play with a white background. Saying,
Yeah. Well, and I'll let you go on your normal rants. I just thought I would get on to see, because that was all I was really talking about. Was it was under here, like, even if it doesn't give you an option, it has like a plus where it says you can add options or do different ones. And usually they have one that has full screen, but I don't know why it was still giving you a picture frame. But it's not that big a deal. It really isn't.
It's just kind of weird because it has the solo, has a 2. We're on the 3rd button.
Yeah,
there's a 2nd button. Oh, this is what Jay does all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, it just depends on where you're positioned in your camera. You know. Yeah.
So Jay, that one, this one, we got obscure ones with the more than one of us can do this. Yeah.
Like when you're doing those shows. Like when you're doing, whoa, hey yo. Like when you're doing your show and you're having somebody highlighting, instead of putting them the only person on the screen, you could do that where they're just a little bigger than everybody else, and you could still see everybody else. You know, that's cool.
That's why I let Dave and Jay take over, because they always do things, and that's what I'm going to be ranting about last night's show.
Well, I will jump off. I will let you rant because I just enjoyed doing it. I'm doing an edit on a video anyway because I got this guy finally. Cartoon Collection Leech.
I'm supposed to get it for you because you don't have any money. That's always an order, and it still hasn't come in yet.
Well,
you gotta save your money until the time comes.
I did run into that. The money I was waiting for, it did show up, so I'm okay for now. But I still need to get a job.
That's what I caught on your Friday night show, because watching it's like, oh, I ate all that pizza from Marco's. I gotta go. But then I came back and said, oh, crap, I got to go back on here.
He's pretty cool.
So after this, I will watch.
Well, at least you'll have one for yourself because he's cool. And he does make a really cool
the Hebrew thing.
The what thing?
The Hebrew, because you talked about it before, and then you talked about it on your show on Friday. Yeah, he was loose on eBay for $7 and $7 shipping. So, okay, $15 for a loose Hebrew Masterverse figure. The head off. Saying, yeah, I did it.
Very cool.
I couldn't find him at Ross.
Not a bad price. So, all right, brother. Well, I'll let you get to ranting because I know you got an agenda going, and I'm gonna listen to you on my tablet. And yeah, dude, I'm editing on one. I got tablet on the other, and I got my laptop going. I'm just like teched out, man. So.
Candy Crush Soda Saga and everything else.
And if you have an Apple, you could do this. Look. All right, brother. Enjoy, and I'll catch you while I'm sitting here.
Thank you, sir.
All right, buddy. We'll see you later.
That's funny. The hilariousness of it. Okay, let's see here. The Broncos. Yeah, it's the thing. Kenny has his knowledge, Dave and Jay. It's Greg and I we hate that frame thing, but we'll play with it in time. I just went because it was the background logo. Tasty cake, tasty cake. Tasty. So as I got this is my mom's old Amazon Fire. I'm at 20%. I was playing because I just kept Marco's Pizza is delicious. If you have a Marco's Pizza in your area, mine is just over the road, down the road, over the bridge, over the interstate. Now you can see the gas prices. Gas prices are still low. Thank you. Because last week I tried to get gas and it was like, I only got it yesterday. I used my Shell card, so I saved 3 cents because there were not enough points on the Kroger card to save 10 cents. So I spent $2.61 crap. $2.62, $24. I was happy. Infinite meter effect. Whoa. So it was large, 2 topping. So I went with the curled pepperoni, the spicy, the old world pepperoni, which I love. I love the curled pepperoni. Reminds me of Shakey's Pizza. I miss Shakey's. My mug's over there. You know it's there. And I went with bacon. I went with Romana. I went with Romana. I went with a Romesan, Romesan crust with bacon and old world pepperoni. Unlimited large 2-topping pizza for $8.99. Subtotal $18.49 minus the discount of $9.50 and $9 tax, 72 cents because this county is 8 cents on the dollar for everything except food tax is 3 cents on the dollar. So, you know, I gave him a $2 tip. I really do. But then again, it's like, what the hell? I mean, Kenny's my mod friend. Whenever he can be on a show, guys, anyone wants to be on a show anytime, I'll figure out time. We'll record it. I'll probably put out the next week. Just to get us all out there, just because we're having a great time. You know, did the membership for him, a tip for the great pizza. You know, might as well. Got to do that. It's good stuff. Let's put that. I can do that now too. The curled pepperoni is called cup and char in Buffalo, New York in the 1930s. The recipe was a mistake, and they still make it today. Exactly. So spectacular. Yes, Hormel copied the cup and char, and they called it Cup and Crisp. Very new. I was very impressed by it, not by the price. And that was Kroger. Kroger had their price. So that means that Publix had it. And we don't have it. I would have to make sure it's a sealed bag. Again, I'm not touching that. Let's see what. That's always a nice thing. Mine, because my job is only 5 minutes away, so I deal with it. And with the pepper is so tiny, but it's also very salty. And I had the majority. I had 4 pieces. Like, oh my lord! So since tomorrow's my birthday, I said Belk, which is a Southern store. It used to be in Orlando, then they went away. It was Belk Lindsay, and then it was Belk Matthews, and then it just became Belk. It's in Lakeland, Florida, where my ex-girlfriend and I, we would go there. And it's up here in Middle Child Syndrome, Georgia. 2 of them. 2 of them. All those people that are driving to deal with them. And that's will be the rant about these people in a second. So tomorrow they have a sale. So they have the eyeliner pencil for I said, between the 2 that they show, I'm guessing the pencil is going to be $11.50. I have a $10 gift. I have a $10 coupon. Coupon. Oh, you said coupon? $10 coupon. And as long as you use my Belk card. So I said, we'll go. The mall opens at 10. They open at 10. We'll come back, hit Publix, get a small cake. Don't need to have that big, giant, delicious chocolate ganache cake, which I've had every year, twice a year between my dad and I. Because we just had like a Betty Crocker. I'm trying to lose weight here. I can talk about the pants too. I'm trying to get, in shape because believing we're going to be at MegaCon next year, because I got to be. I know. I thought about after I was eating the last slice. Again, I am so full. And again, the old world pepperoni is salty. Oh my god, freaking salty. But it's just that memory. I don't remember the memory of it being salty from Shakey's, but the memory of the cup pepperoni. And when they moved here, they had one Shakey's. They did not follow the rules. The freaking rule breakers. Tell you what. Oh. You know, I want my pepperoni. They are nice and curled. I would need more cowbell. I'm the only remedy. It's more cowbell. Wow. And I just remembered a coworker's name. I guess it's maybe a C. It was Chad. His name was Chad. I have a fever. And the only remedy is more cowbell. I could get the drumsticks out. So, as I try to get back onto the rails, what I was thinking, I want to be able to fit in my outfit. I got to fit in those pants, those trousers, those nice trousers that look like Peter Capaldi's for next year. Basing on The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS will be at MegaCon. And I'm making scheduled my vacation on my birthday because I don't want to work on a Friday. I'm not going to work on Friday, but how do I say, okay, if I work again on a Monday, then I have Tuesday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, if I work, it just wouldn't fit. I take off Friday, so that means I would have to work. So I'd be working, Sunday, Monday, work on Thursday, have off Friday. I'm taking the week off like I did before. It'll be during daylight saving time. It'll be when the spring break is going on. That's gonna suck, but I hate this. One request, please don't take any pants. Don't talk about pants. Pickle balls, Candyman. Pickle balls. I did make that short. So I want Jody to see me in full regalia. And that's if she's not recording something. Even if she's a brunette, I'm fine. I love Jody. So back to Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Everyone thought it was hilarious last night. I remember the show was not on. No, it was on YouTube. I'm back and forth on YouTube. I'm under the Spill the Geek Tea banner, just typing things away. Then I switched over to this one. And I said in private chat to Christian, it's not on. It's not on. He forgot to push the button. Remember, I did say I can produce the show. And I went, whatever. My hand was like, whatever. And I said he messaged Dave. He's like, a friend of mine saw that and said to me, well, that was a slap in the face. I said, what? So, you volunteered to produce a show and he wouldn't let you. I told you they were, I said, I'm not worried about stuff like that. Really, I had one square left. One freaking square. Oh, so close. Right there on the bottom. You couldn't get to it. I had to use up my gold by accident. I said, I don't care. There's two pants. Okay, I'm going to put everything Mark says up here now. Yes, I did say trousers. Talk about taste. Talk about taste. Tea cake. Tasty. So I will actually try those trousers. I have so much crap in the way I can't even get to the trousers I bought yet. But he's like, the why are you still on that show? I was like, am I ever on that show? Most of the time, they don't let me on the show. I was like, they're talking. I was like, it's right. I let people talk. That's why I have my own talk show, because I let people talk. Because I'm playing Candy Crush Soda. How much? I got 15% battery on this thing. I mean, it's an old thing. It overheats. I let everyone have their fun. Let everyone do their thing. So this show, it's me. I'll bring in one person at a time. See, if you want to have something to say, you want to have something to say. But this is me, my show. On the other show, everyone can be on. Everyone can do their thing. I don't need to take the lead because, again, usually I don't have anything to say. Mark took the lead on the last thing where we recorded. That's going to be the 6th of April. So it's like, and because like Dave said where he's located, like, yeah. I said, don't be specific of this is going to sit in the library. Like, no, while it's there, while we have it, let's just show it. And there's like freaking gnat. Oh, smeared on. Whoa. Oh, that's not tasty. These walls just have one coat of paint under this rotten piece of. You offered to produce the television and God rejected water off the door. Thank you. Be honest, it was when we first started doing Spill the Geek Tea, Christian did offer. I said, "Oh no, I'm okay. I'm still learning. I don't want to. I'm still learning on it." But that was the one time only. Because he offered it, I said, "Well, not right now." And I had that, express, this reason I'm not sure what's going on because Dave produces and Jay produces, so I have to. My learning disability is it takes me time. I cannot catch up that fast. It takes time for me to figure these things out. And okay, I'm gonna put that one up. So, being the shy one, beware the quiet one. I said that. They said beware the quiet one. Yeah, beware the quiet one. It was enough that I didn't make any jokes about being on with who. Is there forgiveness? Probably. At the end, Christian said, everyone get off my lawn. He leaves first. Then Gadget and David leave. So I'm all alone. Wah. So, and I should learn again, doing the stuff on YouTube, having StreamYard, having both StreamYards, seeing that it was when I left the studio, it was 44.4 hours used of 50 hours on the other StreamYard. Because I had to make sure that Facebook was still on, just because, both StreamYards are the same. The banners are different, of course. The pictures, there it is. So, and with right now, Dave is authorized to be in either studio. But it's having that backup. YouTube is the backup, and everyone can hear me, and I don't need to have these things on anymore. Let's see. The love boat soon will be naked. Soon we'll be making another round. So I did the things like I would like to produce. I was offered to produce that one episode of Legend of Time TARDIS. I was afraid. I'm just my mindset. And then with Kenny jumping on doing this, like, still didn't come confused. Like, well, I got StreamYard. I can jump on StreamYard. It only because YouTube had me. Is that strike 3 for me on YouTube? I'm still going to delete the Saturday notification. Pop up on here. Ooh, honey. Ooh, Bob. But saying now that I'm, produced, you know, I we're running on 24 episodes of the show. I would like to try. It's like, no, you had your one chance. Again, I told this to Greg. I told this to Mark. Maybe I said to Kenny. What can I bring? Or what can you bring to the table? Or a remark that was made by someone else, and they say, "Don't put words in my mouth." Like, I remember things. The long-term memory hits. You always forget the short-term memory. Things I won't remember. Things I did well in school because I knew everything for Star Wars and everything in cartoons. Yeah, because it made me happy. Why would I want something that's not going to make any deal in life? How's Algebra 2 and trigonometry doing anything in my life now? Ow! Scratch. Yeah, it happened. Oh. Well, that's nasty.
That's just nasty.
Not a gusher of blood or anything. So, I stood up because he said, "Do you want to be on a show?" I said, "Fine." I put Craig Ferguson. My comments are in there, but every time I put in a comment, it's like if I can't put a word in edgewise, I just go in and make a comment because it's read like that. We all see the comments like that. We all know it, so it's there. What did you just say? Believe you guys didn't correct me on that. I didn't remember that either. Cat food reviews. Or don't put words in my mouth from another person of another show. I took it as words of endearment of I need to improve, and I did improve in my reviews. Of course, then I went back, just read Wikipedia, and Christian called me out on that. And next week is believing we're just gonna go to Smith and Jones. I'm going by memory of everything else. Thank you. Doing this, I see my glasses are freaking dirty. Okay. My glasses are dirty. So, for me to do what I did, and then the comments saying, I know, but I tried. All you can do is try. My glasses get so dirty, I don't bother to clean them because somehow they get scratches on them. These are from VisionWorks, so they're trifocal, and I have an astigmatism. My dad went to America's Best. He thought it was great. Turns out it was crap. So America's Best is crap in all sense of the word. I don't get glasses changed for years. No, it is not 2020. Because I said you and Mark, and I said you and Mark and Kenny, maybe Oz. I know I sent to Corey. I sent to Mikey. The year is 1727 because it was Romans. We should be on our 13-month calendar. The year is 1727, and whoa, we have so surpassed it. So based on the fact that we are supposedly on the year 1727, but does that include us being on a 12-month calendar or 13-month calendar? Still means the Mayan calendar is... When was the Mayan calendar again? What was the end of the year? End of the days, 2020? Because in year 2525, if man is still alive. if women can't survive, they may find. So we're still 300 some years till the end of the world. And so someone needs to do some calculations here based on, since those a-hole Romans that crucified Brian, the life of Brian, like Python, factor in at the time, factor in 12-month calendar, and if this is the year 1727, and factor in a 13-month calendar. When did that change? When did the change come? Because I don't want to look it up. That's too much work to. Oh, I'm burned out, boss. That's a completely wrong voice for Patrick. So figure out a 13-month calendar, figure out a 12-month calendar. At the time of 1727, how much? So we got 300 more years. So we'll be dead by the time the end of the world comes. So the planet Earth will be a molten block of everything. So yeah, we don't have to worry about the end of the world. We'll be dead. Dust in the wind. So anyway, I'm glad I did what I did, and I will still go back on the show. Next week, I can replay. Well, I also watched on BBC America when they played it when they played it 3 months ago for the best of Tennant and Smith. They did not include Runaway Bride. It went straight from the last episode, they did not count any Christmas episodes. It went the best episode. So Runaway Bride is not considered the best. Wow. BBC America, how dare you? Went straight to Smith and Jones. Well, could do that. Oh, what is it? Guy Fawkes. So let's remember something. Anyway, if you ask if I want to be on the show, I'll be on the show. And I'm just going to say it, in the comments. I'll put in comments. Dave's not around. I still got, see, the banners cross over to this channel too. So I can say this. If Dave's not around, I can always produce. Just saying. And he knows it because he's the one that freaking asked me when I was starting off the show. Now it's over. If he wants me to produce, I'll produce. Otherwise, I'll still, log in as administrator, and go from there. But usually, if I have to say anything, I just put in a comment because everyone else is talking. And I say last night when he leaves first, then she said, she got next door. Then she and David left, and I was alone in the studio, so I took a picture. I used to do that. I used to do all the screenshots. It's like, wow, I'm on the Legends Traveling TARDIS. I'm on a group thing. I do all these freaking screenshots and stuff like that. There was one from last year. I didn't post it. It came in on Monday because Dave was hosting. That was Kevo from X's for Show and me. Kevo had my picture. He had my picture of me as the master on there, and Dave just switched the background. And I was laughing my head off, and Kevo was so happy. And I said, thanks, Dave. It was Kevo. I said, thank you, Kevo. I appreciate everything because he's the one that did all the artwork before. And I was like, well, that was a memory. And I threw it in there. I threw it in the message board saying, I don't really remember because it was Dave, Kevo, and I did the show alone. Got it running and on time. I remember Dave saying, come on, boys, let's show them how to start the show on time. And I remember something to that effect. Dave said that. So the three of us, we did the show. We had a great time. So this time, like, okay, well, we made our jokes. Bit disgruntled by, gadget. But, it was over. I will go back anytime, but I got to show off these toys. My plates! Well, that's right. Oh, I went to Walmart. Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. I got my Relax Fit Cargo. I don't remember having this color. It said Relax Fit too. 34, 32. I look for black. Always look for black. Always bet on black. So I found someone, and she opened the door for me, and I tried and say, yes. Because it's not going over my gut. Going over the gut, yes, 36. Going at the waist, 34. So I went back. I don't want khaki. Tan. It's freaking tan. I worked at a job for a week. He said, "These were khaki." I thought it was a pant style. So no, it's a tan. Like, the way they call it tan. Khaki's called tan. Stupid Americans. So I got this grayish color. Yeah, I didn't have many grays. I was just all black. That's my thing. Always try to find the right size. They had 36, 32. I'm trying my best not to. After eating all that pizza, is he big on me? I got 2 of these. They're like $23. So inflation. Happy. What else I get from Walmart? No, I had this. I wasn't. I mainly wanted for one figure. I wanted it for down to 5 viewers. Let me see who's watching here. I can check on the light bulb. One person is watching through Twitch. Thank you, one person. Hope you're not spying on me. And 4 people watching through YouTube. So I really should notify more on Facebook, because I want to see how it works. So I was like, just click on the little eyeball things. Okay, 4 on YouTube, 1's on Twitch. Hopefully not a spy. If it was my dear friend Mackenzie, send a message, my dear. Because you love me. I wanted this because of Green Goblin. It looks more like Green Goblin, not this drawing of Green Goblin. See, I probably would have got him if it looked like the drawing, but this looks more comic book Green Goblin. That's why I got it. Spidey colors, no. Not much of the scheme thing. Because, I bought the other one, which was Spider-Man with the Venom symbiote attachments to it, and they had the funky eyes. When I went to Target, they had a proper Spidey. They had a proper Venom, but I was like, I got these in larger scales. I got these in a 5-inch scale. I got these in 6-inch scale. This is because it's unique, and I'm okay with it. I have Gabi on one side. I'll have the other one with Spidey with the. I'm gonna use this Spidey. Use this Spidey with the Venom symbiote Venom symbiote attached to his body, and use the Venom that he didn't have a Venom come with it. That's right, you had to buy it separately. So the other ones, the single packs, there was a Miles Morales with the green symbiote, Spidey with the black symbiote, and Venom with the wings. Venom didn't have wings when I read the comic. Right? So I could have gotten the Venom, could have gotten the Spidey at Target for $8, and I still could probably do so. But I got the bigger figures. This was just the uniqueness of having the Spidey from one and Green Goblin. I wish the Green Goblin was separate. It would have been perfect. I'm just saying. But I'll probably use. Then again, I'll probably use this Spidey because he has the white eyes. The other one, they gave him blue eyes. Baby's got blue eyes. Let's come back here. We did the Guy Fawkes thing. Or get something in there. I'm fine with. That's what I gotta make a box. I get the box from Mark to send out. It's not gonna spoil. I gotta get through it. I gotta find my laptop back here too, and do a hell of a lot of updates next week. I'm gonna get the Ziploc baggies. Send the Marvelverse Manny faces, and I do want to have the blue face to look like Guy because it makes sense. So I can put it in there, and whatever 8%. Shoot, I'm just gonna end the game. I'm not gonna. It's at 8%. Let me just. I was playing this last night. It died, just like Cutting Crew. Must have been some kind of kiss. Should I walk away? Should I walk away? It was a long, hot night. So I want to send Kenny what it's time to do. She-Hulk. The Manny faces to make more uniquely towards me. And I think that was it for now. Besides sending that other thing, which is by itself. It's like, you deserve it. Think of it from McDonald's. You have a break today. I had McDonald's. Jumping around. My look. Thank goodness. I was playing with the armor, which I got from Barbarossa Customs, right? I got so many screens up right now. Oh my goodness. Everyone can see me clearly. I'm not even sure because StreamYard's not saying anything. I got through Barbarossa Customs. So I was saying, well, I want to do. I have. Since I got animated web store because I like the blue, and I said, okay, I'm gonna do an animated version of. I'm gonna do a Leo Toys version, anime style of Skeletor. So when I was trying to see everything, and something else, I took the armor off, and it fell on my keyboard. And I said, "What's wrong with this? Why is it loose?" The front. So I got a hair in the keyboard, and I can't get it out. I got a booger on my finger, and I can't get it off. All right. Dry fingers. And the part of the harness, the strap on there broke. And I'm looking on Barbarossa's site, like I paid $30 or something, and to get the harness alone as a request because he does not have Leo charcoal separate. He has it with the harness and the waist thing, and I get the whole set, with the ram staff, the sword, the harness, and crotch protector set. And if I did it alone, if I requested, could he do that for me alone? Because $22. Like, glue is good enough. The little Gorilla Glue, is perfectly fine. A little bit dirty there, fine. I'm done with it. I'm okay with it. Like I got Velcro. Got a strip of Velcro, and then I put on there. I did in the dark, so it's like tore off a little more cardboard of the box, whatever. It's sitting up there, and then so it's the furry size on there, and then the other side took the thing off, stuck the magnets on there, stuck it on crooked, but it's good enough. So furry part of the Velcro, the top part. Sticky part, put 2 magnets on the back sticking, and I put the magnet on the magnets. So I'm not ruining the Ron John's magnet because they got the Ron John's magnet on 2 smaller magnets, and those 2 smaller magnets with a sticky back are stuck to the piece of Velcro, which is kind of crooked, onto the other Velcro. So it's perfectly fine because the metal didn't work because it couldn't stick the metal on the cardboard box. So I'm good with it. I surely take notes when I'm doing these shows. So tell me where he touched you. Tell me where he touched you. It broke right there on Skeletor's armor. I glued it, fine. And I looked at the prices. $22 for the head and the two pieces combined without the ram stab. I'm looking eBay. Some guy wants $25 plus shipping. Big Bad Toy Store has Skeletor. $20. And I ordered Tila. Thank you, Kenny. I'm expecting that because everything seems fine. Thank you, sir. When I'm on StreamYard now, and I have 3 other tabs up. But with YouTube, as Greg told me, it's and I messed up my VPN. Oh crap! Did I reveal that? I have another because when my other third-party software said you got a lot of redundant files and it's through Norton, so I deleted the redundant files and then it turned off the VPN. When I had the update on the system software, it comes back, but I did it again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm not worried about it because we got to update in like 30 days, and my dad does that. But on all the computers, that's why I got to find the laptop. Got to dig up the laptop in the next 2 weeks so I can put Norton in there. So I can have everything organized. So with the thing broke there, I glued it. With all these pieces, I just ordered Skeletor for $20. So I'm okay with the purple. The head is not spectacular because I love the head. That was from Barbarossa Customs. Yeah, I did it. Talk about this in a second. I'm thinking about something else. Since Kenny's listening and watching, we'll talk about this in a second. So it's using that figure, using that Skeletor just put on this body. Put on the boots, put on the harness, put on the jock protector, put on the head. So I have my Leo Toys version of Skeletor animated style. I'm good with that. I just didn't want an extra figure, but then cost of like, wow, I can get the figure for less than the price of the head. So that's easy thought. The reason I never got Tila is because Hebrews. Hi, Hebrew fans. This is Todd. He said Tila had high forehead and they fixed it. That's why I didn't buy her the first time. But I love She-Ra and Catra and Frosta. I don't think I got Frosta. I don't know who. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. If I didn't, I'm not worried about it. Now I got Leech. And I asked my friend to send me a picture of the Target sketch figures. He sent me a picture of the front. So yeah, that's good. I'm not spending $30 again to get another sketchbook creations for Hordak and Grizzlor. Because even if I did, I'm not gonna be able to, I'm not damaging it by a collapse of everything happening or something being shoved in a box. I could, living as a hoarder just is too much. Can't buy more stuff. So I'm good with that. And I was thinking, well, I have 2 Grizzlors. Maybe I can paint one with paint his face to match that exclusive one. I might not. I may just leave it as 3 Grizzlors. So when I say the Night of the Grizzlors, the 1 Grizzlor, the animated Grizzlor, I got to get the animated Grizzlor, and the Grizzlor from the pack. So I definitely have the 3 Grizzlors attacking, in the background. But the Faker thing, it's every single Faker, even John Cena's Faker. And all the little tiny Lego style figure ones too. Because it's hilarious. Because it's a possibility. Skeletor could have done that. Release the Fakers! Release the Fakers! Not in my ear, evil Lynn. Your bubbly boobies. What'd you say? Nothing. So the idea of that there. Now, yesterday, figuratively speaking, hello, sir. Gotta get you on the toy crew one night. I think I mentioned that. I'm mentioning it to you now. I gotta get you on the toy crew episode. Which is, It's when anyone is available, just talk about something hilarious. I think we talk about it's hilarious. But I'm just babbling. Back to Skeletor. So, went out of Walmart, the crappy one. So I did, let's see, from Walmart, I did get the 2 pairs of pants. I wanted this Spidey versus Green Goblin. I do like the Spidey, which I'll put that symbiote armor on top of that one. Perfect. I did get April. Oh, most appreciative shit. Because everyone has been doing that, taking her wings and putting on Sorceress. My Sorceress Extra, which is from Big Bad Toy Store, is in Orlando. And my friend can't even send me a freaking birthday card because he didn't have the money to go get the stamps because he has dialysis 3 days a week. And the other 2 days, he has a nurse coming in rubbing his neuropathized feet. So those are the 2 medical reasons. Now, the other years, I don't know. At least I know the Sketchbook, Grizzlor, and Hordak are safe in Orlando. Much like Eternia is safe in Orlando. It's sitting in the bedroom, which I pushed it in there. And on top of that is the giant Lego Funcord, which is missing 2 pieces because it fell because I was sleeping. So I got to get rid of that. So I just grabbed this one and I didn't care about the package being kind of crumbly. But I want the wings. I want to do what everyone else is doing with the Sorceress. So that'd be my custom. And knobby knees or whatever, don't really matter. What else did I get? I already showed off both Power Girls I got on eBay. And so we got out of Walmart. And my mom wanted to go TJ Maxx. Okay, TJ Maxx. And she said, "Oh, GameStop's up." What? I walked over just in case because the other GameStop by the UPS store, just for a little further down the road, the little tiny one is like you walk in, you walk out, but just a little bit bigger. They didn't open until noon. It was 11:41, and they did not open yet. I go in there. This is when I got Zordon. I got Zodak. I'm thinking, you know what? I love this head. It's a hilarious head. I have Barbarossa Customs up, and I want to go with black armor because it has to man the shield for the hood. I'm going black armor. Wow. Did I? No, that's not my wish list. It's wow. I want to go Leo. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Once I find him. And I'm jumping around as I always do. Jump around. Let's jump on today when I went to the antique mall. I had to pick and choose my figures, right? So I got a Leia. I got her for $3. Hoth Leia. She actually has a gun, so I'm good with that. I probably have her, but it's Princess Leia. It's Carrie Fisher. I got Stratos. I already have Stratos. $5. So could have got naked Stratos, and I might have. For me, the lines that were sitting on the shelves were naked Stratos, Jitsu, Sorceress, and the other one. So I missed quite a few things. Never got to them. And at the time I was saying I was just going to get Skeletor, but I don't jump around. I'm still, and as I keep talking, I remember I think I might possibly, I'm not going there. I'm not going orange. Get vintage He-Man and Battle-Cat because I gave mine away just so I can retain and say, okay, I haven't. Even though I say I have the vintage figures and I need to sell them off. But I would, and I pretty much remember everything I have. I mean, I remember this version, the vintage version of Stratos was very hard to find because I was always with the blue and red wings. And I saw that at the antique mall today. The guy had 2 of them trying to sell for $25. On average, 20 something bucks, no accessories, some broken. He got the glass door locks. What the hell? They got the stuff just in the baskets and buckets, that's what I was choosing. That's why I got Mosquito without the little adapter, which I'll bring up in a second. I was like, I got Stratos. I want to turn this Stratos into another Skeletor. And I love Skeletor. We got the blue Skeletors. I use a web store with the Leo gray charcoal armor to make Leo Toy Skeletor. This one I'm just going to use the one we have right now. I love the blue color. So we have that blue, we got the purple. And since I'm going to use a black armor, so pondering, because of the boots, and the arms, paint this black or enough. These boots are actually see, the boots are either from the purple, so we know it's either from web store, most likely Skeletor, because when I did my Skeletor, so I glued the harness back on, so I just don't want to touch him, leave him back there. My Leo Toys Skeletor with the Leo charcoal gray armor. I painted the hood of the second release Skeletor, and I switched the boots, so the boots matched the armor, so I'm happy with it. So I just had to paint this armor black, paint the belt black, get the armor pieces there. That's $30. So this would be my Anti-Eternia Skeletor. But do I keep him with the orange face? I love the Halloween thing, so I have not looked. I said I was going to look, and I still got Barbarossa's Customs up here. Skeletor. I saved my wish list. He made me a Leo Toys Faker head for the vintage head. So he took care of that for me. That's still on my wish list in case I have a backup. But $22 for a cool head over just spending. He doesn't have any more. He's got the Christmas one. He also has red armor too. Red armor with the white face Skeletor. That's classics. I was wondering if he still had the Halloween one, because he sent out to quite a few of us. Well, he does. He does have $25. Still has the head for $25. He had the one he released to others to say, because such a wait list for the products with a red face, and they gave it a certain name. And I emailed him one time. I said, where's your plans? What plans do you have for making the entire body? He never replied. So I know Corey used this head, but he painted it. He removed the mask. So if I get another, is it best that I go with a red? Should this Anti-Eternia Skeletor with the Caucasian body with black armor going against Anti-Eternia He-Man, would I keep it with the orange? I was thinking though, keeping it with orange because all the Anti-Eternia heroes have orange hair. So I was thinking keeping in line with just black armor and everything on this one. So this is my Anti-Eternia Skeletor. You bumbling boob. The red one, the red mask. If I want to get another one, say, well, what would be the outfit though? What does he have plans? And then I look again. He did make the Headless Horseman. I love Sleepy Hollow. Oh my god! And he still has it for buku. He's selling the complete set for $139. But so deluxe black, the head, the collar, headless head, the headless head. 2 flames, full body, 2 scimitars, swords, boots, feet for $139. I mean, it's not black. It's charcoal black because you had to distinct between the armor. I kept thinking, well, if I took because the memory fades. If I took, Stinkor, could I just use Stinkor body? But that's the whole thing too. To use this figure for something else, I don't know. Because this is a loose one, and the paint came off. But orange, how do you get orange on his white? Not orange on the black. I got orange on the white. So I had it Stinkor. But for my idea of doing a gray Skeletor, now that would be interesting because I use the red. So if I went with red, I go with the red outfit, the Christmas one, with the white face, red hood, red armor. Because that's a primary thing, is the red with a little bit of blue. That's an idea. I was wondering how would I do that. I may use the red armor on the gray body with a white face, and use with black armor for this one for my anti-Eternia Skeletor, and use the regular one for Skeletor there. So that's a possibility. Now Stinkor, I said earlier, I thought when I bought these figures that they were going to be mint on card. The guy sends me a box with Stinkor, with Mosquitor, and Clawful, because I never had Clawful. I thought they were on card. They were all loose. Well, whatever. But now I have, and I ordered the piece there afterwards, because when I got it from the antique mall last week, he didn't have this for his face, nor did it was missing a hand, so I'm not worried about it. But I have 2 Mosquitors, 2 Stinkors. I'm thinking, well, maybe I can paint the body on this one, have a black body. It's I don't know. Impulse buying. But yeah, I'm thinking using the Christmas Skeletor with the red armor on a gray body as an idea. But the Headless Horseman thing, I was still waiting for it, like Christmas time. And I still like the idea of waiting on Barbarossa to say, what is he going to do with the red-faced, red skull Skeletor with a black hood and then that particular name? I don't want to take it out of the package because he made that little carded thing. It's like, whoa. This was especially for those who waited for the stuff. Awesomely cool because we just get another head, like the Halloween one, and have it painted red and be done with it. Make our own figure from that. I just want his interpretation of it. Because this would look interesting. Red hooded Skeletor with a gray body, with the red armor. Yeah. Now the boots, I would have to use, steal the boots from someone, which is no big deal. But I would do that. I want to. Stuff like that I can do. No things I can do like that. I'm going to stick them on the box. Take April out later. I did get this today as well. I got. Oh wow, he's missing pieces. I did not know that. I paid $5 for this one because he was about the scale of my. I thought it was a scale. Let me see here. Oh, wrong. He has a switch on it. My bad. There's a switch on his back. I think this is a scale. Looked like it. This is from Batman Brave and the Bold. I love that cartoon. Dietrich Bader. I got stapled. I want the staples and I bought no staples. Dietrich Bader being the Batman. Batman. Oh, hey. Look at that 10 grip action. Talk about snow job, huh? Snow job. So, yeah. Same scale. Because I got this Aquaman That's outrageous. That's The Adventures of Aquaman and Batman. I can't remember. But I love that cartoon. It was so freaking campy. Silver Age? No. Silver Age was when there was actually violence included. Before the whole comic book code, when you could have a woman stick her fingernails into a guy's eyeballs and all the gore that was in it. So I read about it. And the holding a chopped a woman's head with coming out of the neck and everything before the comic book code happened. That was the golden age what occurred. So we had all that nice stuff. So this is golden age. Silliness, campiness is golden age. Silver age is when the death happened. I think it was shooting Barbara when Joker shot Barbara in a Killing Joke. And that's when it was like, whoa. Wasn't? No, she was Oracle in the modern age, which became the Bronze Age. Something happened, but Crisis on Infinite Earths, all the deaths there, the death of Flash and Supergirl and all those things, all these horrific things were in Silver Age. Because Crisis on Infinite Earths was taking all the Earths and combining them to one. Something that is manageable. But then we had Zero Hour. We had this and that. And it's like, okay, we're going to bring back the parallel Earths and this and that. And just the insanity of it all. Got this in the mail today. I went a little crazy after watching 5 POA. So I got myself a Superman gold label on eBay. Because the guy said, I'll offer you this much. Okay, I'll take it. I pass on a lot of Superman figures, but this is the gold label one. I don't have one. So I got Zodak from GameStop. From GameStop, I got that little... I know Kenny's got this one. That the Blockbuster Rewind Masters Universe figure. So they had one. It was $13. It was reduced to $7. They said, well, you want to renew your membership? How much is it? $25? Not right now. So I do have a Blockbuster action figure. Pretty nice. The price, though. That's outrageous. They put Aquaman in the background somewhere. Yeah, I'm jumbling on my things again. I got this today at the Deals outlet. Today is $2. It's a willow vine twig battery operated, 6 feet tall, 6 feet, 8 lighting modes, 18 tree branches, 54 LED light bulbs, 6 HS on, 18 HS off remote control with timer. It's got pumpkins. So I was like, jack-o'-lanterns. Awesomeness. So I figured out for $2 I can get someone for. Hey, got you a present. I really got to clean to get to my laptop. Let's jump a bit. A little bit of a rant. When people come up to my register, they ask, like, are you open? Like, no, I'm just standing here. Sometimes I whisper it. I'm just standing here. What? I'm standing here. So are you open? I'm the only one standing here. You see anyone else? I want to get angry. I'm really angry. Woman's talking on her phone. She puts the basket down on the conveyor belt. 2 items. She stood there when I took them out. Didn't say anything. Didn't take the basket back. So, slam the basket on there because, I got the wrist bracelet. So, slam. Self-entitled fog people. Dumbass. I can say that much, y'all. Dumbass said I overcharged him on sales tax. Monday. I said, it's 8 cents on dollars. You need to figure out the taxes, I said. It's 8 cents on the dollar. I don't need to when the computer says so. You overcharged me on tax. And then my manager shows the guy on his manager takes out a smartphone, does a calculator, does it 2 different ways. Like, oh, it's that? He goes, oh, it's 8 cents on the dollar. I said, I told you that. Stupidity of people. Stop passing garbage. Let these idiots, if they don't, if they can't figure that stuff out, don't pass them. Leave them behind. A woman backed up. Oh, I told stories. A few people as usual. One of the biker guys comes in. I said this thing. He said, "Yeah, I was on Russell Parkway in the turn lane, and this woman was in front of me in the turn lane. She backs up and destroys my brand new Harley." I said, "Oh my!" I'm thinking, I said, stay safe, because there's no common sense to people. This was a Saturday when they had the death on southbound I-75. Person fell asleep at the wheel. One of them was a 17-year-old. So of the 3-lane highway going south, people were driving on the grass, which is a feat in its own right. That's it. Because you need a 4x4 driving that crookedness of the hill. And then driving on the far left lane where, for emergency vehicles only, all those pieces of filth deserve to be, get a ticket, but they're all just driving. Oh, look, someone died. Gapers, block crap. It's horrible. It's disgusting. Hate people. When I was at Walmart, I was going through the clearance section. That's how I always do. And my way was kind of blocked because 2 a-holes. I had to take up both sides there. So I'm walking through, and someone comes on the other way. It's like, you. I look up. I took the sticker off. I didn't take the bottom sticker off yet. So because last time I showed that. Oh, it's about another one. This is the green version. Heart's kind of a bit dinged, but it was so hard to find, I guess. Last week when I bought this Batman, it was actually this dude, the crazy dude. It's like, wow, I got a platinum edition of Walmart. I looked up, and it's the platinum edition of Walmart again. It's the Lutherfied platinum edition of Connor Kent. I mean, I'm like, whoa. I got 2 freaking platinum editions. And I was like, do I want this? No. Does someone want this? Most likely. So this is for someone wanted the Lutherfied, I don't know how to pronounce it. The Connor Kent where he shaved his head and put the L on tore his t-shirt up for that. I got this for sale. The Azura, the Zurin Batman. I'm holding for a bit. Just keep it in the background. Well, they'll both be in the background. But so I was like, oh, look at that. I say, okay, how much? How much? And I talked about this one I got from Amazon, the Transformers Legacy United Laser Leader Class Optimus, which was $44. And there's a hole in the freaking box, and the damage there, and the torn out picture. When the customer support from India said, "We'll refund you your $45," oh, thank you. I just haven't had a place for it, but I always wanted this Laser Prime. When I saw it 20 years ago, I was like, yeah. But when they re-released it in the newer form here, it's like, yeah, I kind of want Laser Prime. Because this was a G2. This is, it's all the re-releases of the G1s with the funky paint jobs. And no real explanation of why they went to G2 in a comic book. And so it was dismissed because the dude who wrote Transformers in the UK and created Death's Head he made a regenerated one. So he did like a dozen stories afterwards, which I'm hoping I got. All my depending on someone to get for me because my comic book store here sucks. So I missed it and I was trying to depend on others. And the trade paperbacks only included like 3. So like 3 at a time. This is how you're jipping me. And since I said that out loud, I'm hoping I can find on eBay maybe somehow, some way they made a bigger omnibus size trade paperback for regeneration. One for Transformers. I didn't mean to cough on you. I have all the Transformer comics from Marvel, all 1 through 80, and the specials and the headmasters, and the trade paperbacks. Like, oh my god, the comics aren't even worth that much money. The comic books are, compared to the trade paperback, that's a lot more than the single comics themselves. But I just wanted to have the trade paperbacks. Just, you flip through them. Someone posting them online on Facebook. So I'm just going back through pages, and even the UK ones, which are awesome. So again, do I have all this assorted? Do I have all the regeneration one? I don't know. I didn't go for variant covers. I just wanted one of every issue. And I read the last one where, yes, Rodimus does take control of. Optimus does die, finally. After he died once, let's see, first time Shockwave removed his head. So he got his head back to his body. And then when he died fighting Megatron, because it was a video game thing, but his soul was stuck on a floppy disk, and they made him the Power Master Optimus Prime. But his body was still out there, and it got corrupted by some alien parasite, which was brought into the storyline, and then at the end of the storyline, which it took the death of Optimus to stop it. And then for the next few issues, turned out Haikyuu had the soul of Optimus because their bond was stronger than ever. So Optimus was given a Action Master body. And in G2, it never explained how that happened. It was just, G2. But in Regeneration 1, I don't know what was the explanation. But I think it was for Scorponok did the same thing. Scorponok died. But Lord Zarok lived? No. Lord Zarok was the headmaster. So he died. But Scorponok's head still existed on Nebulos. So the head still existed. So the head had a new body constructed. And he says to Grimlock, who got absorbed that funky stuff, turned him into an Action Master, could not transform. I got a new body for you. So take your head, put a new body, you can transform into a dinosaur again. That was pretty cool. I love Simon Furman. I loved how they did that. It's pretty awesome. At least the clarity was there. I'm not doing a 4-hour show, even though tomorrow I have my birthday off tomorrow. I'm going to Belk tomorrow. We're going to get that eyeliner pencil for my mom because I'm guessing it's based on what it says on the special. Because she always uses eyeliner pencils. It's going to be like $11.50. I have a $10 coupon. Use my Belk card, so she'll be able to get that. Go to Publix and get my birthday cake. And also a Fantasy 5 because on my birthday I had to do that. Tonight, Fantasy 5 is $1.6 million. I'd be such a great birthday person. Okay, this is what I got. I got that pig dude from Sun's Man. I thought, okay, it was cheap enough. Use him as one of Skeletor's lackeys. I'm okay with that. This is from my assistant manager. He loves all the vacation movies. So I got him National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Advent calendar. It's got widgets in it. Widget, did you? $2. I got this funky tech creators Lego style Halloween calendar thing. I have no idea what it's about, but it's got a mobile phone holder adjustable. And adjustable at will. Like, I don't get it. How is it a calendar and it's got 4 knobby knobs thing? It's like, okay. $2 I have to do it. A book that I would never use, laboratory notebook. So for joking purposes, notebook guidelines, using a notebook to record ideas, inventions, experimentation records, observations, and all work details in a vital part of our laboratory process. Careful attention to how you keep your notebook can have a positive impact on the patent outcome of pending discovery or invention. So, grids. So, as a joke, for $2, I did it. I got a laboratory notebook. I bought this dual spray night light. So you put the water in the bottom, turn on, it'll spray mist. There's a night light to it. So it's a scan with transparency app. Okay. Evaporator as a portable air conditioner, evaporator, air cooler. $2. I mean, it's still packaged. I got a 2025 calendar. So it'll be nice and perfect for right there. I can put it there. The Beatles calendar runs out in April. Did I ever get another calendar? Probably did. But I put this up on top. That was the chair. Block out some of the light. So I'm good with that one. One of those hook things, put a stocking, so I may put something on top. Beautiful. So I'll get something there, just stick it on top of there, put on a Christmas stocking. Impulse buying. So all good stuff. Oh. Also GameStop. Trying to see if I have any more notes. Any more horrible notes of people. Echinacea. Yeah, giant rat. Didn't say it out loud. Didn't say the word out loud. I can't even say the word of a character. I can't remember his name anymore. Like I said, I could not find, and I really want it. Batman, number 49 of superpowers, without, cowless Batman, maskless Batman. I would have to go to Cape Master and get the proper cape because it has the cowl behind there. But I did find this. And because I wasn't even going to go there until my mom said, "Oh, look, GameStop is open." Because I usually go to the other GameStop, which is, does not open until noon. I got the Chase figure Superman. Mullet Superman. Wearing the black armor. Wearing the black uniform. I got it for $9.99. I got my freaking superpower Superman. Now, I did not get... I got the first one, which I was okay with. Yeah, I was really okay with the first one. I think I dropped him. I couldn't find him again. So I got a little bit of scratch on him. Like, dang it. Why Superman? The second one I might have gotten, it's not the 52 Superman. It's when it turns out the 52 Superman and Lois combined with the Superman Lois that somehow evaded the whole thing, and then they mutated together. So the young Superman had cancer. It's like a Kryptonian with cancer, who needed sun to live, but he got cancer from the sun. And he was in love with Wonder Woman, but the Superman that we knew was pretty much the Silver Age Superman, I think. No, so the Crisis Superman from Earth 2 was with Superboy of Earth Prime, and then Superboy of Earth Prime went nuts and he killed the other older Superman. So technically it's the Silver Age Superman that we've known over and over and over. And now he and Lois transmutedly morphed into their 52 counterparts. Yeah, it reminded me of the movie Altered States with William Hurt. I remember watching on bits on the TV, like when he turned to like a werewolf kind of thing. And then at the very end of the movie, he was with his woman, and he starts going, "Ooh," and then she touches his hand, and she becomes electrified kind of state of mind, and he's like banging against the walls and everything else, like in the Aha video Take on Me, when he's trying to. That's the concept from the movie Altered States. And then William Hurt, like, oh, and she goes, ah, and he goes, and then becomes human again. Then he grabs her, and they're both naked, and it was a happily ever after thing, because they had to put that shock effect before the movie ends. And that's what I remember. I also remember the movie Coma? No. What I remember back in the day, we went to the mall and had a place of selling all these TVs, right? The whole front, it was in Winter Park Mall, whole front side, the big HD TVs, heavy damn televisions. And then in the back, they had the records, and I ruined a Star Wars poster because it had the airplane symbol on the bottom. I ruined my poster. I didn't like it. Put Band-Aids over it. I was a kid. I didn't know it better. The movie Coma was playing all these things, but this is the time period. I swear to God, I remember it's like one of the observers sees the guy, and then she goes down on him, the guy who's in a coma, because he's like laying there naked. So she goes down on him. I was like, what the hell? What? And this is in the mall? They're showing the movie Coma. I typed it in months ago to see nothing comes up on the internet. And I don't want to rent the movie. Or anything. It was like, that's what I remember. It was like the woman observer going down on the dude. Like, ooh, ooh. Of course, now you watch For Your Eyes Only, James Bond. They digitally removed all the bits from the women on the introduction, because they were just, even in the silhouettes, women were just, dancing around, and the one woman swimming, and no blurry lines. Like, you saw it there. It's on HBO. Whoa. Now you type in that for Sheena Easton's video, which was on the music video, for God's sakes, too. It was on the intro for the movie, and it was on the music video. And you saw the blonde woman just in the water, like, oh, puberty sets in. They just like digitally removed everything, and the blurred lines. He was like, "That's not what I remember. It must be the Magellan effect. It's gaslighting. I keep saying it's gaslighting, you bastards. I'm watching you, Kowalski." So, one more thing. So it's almost a 2-hour show. Strange that. I just saw this half hour ago. I want to keep the music in the background because it's free through StreamYard. Have someone has thing in the background, but this one's on 22, volume 22, and for Spill the Geek Tea is on 21. I can't remember what the other one is, but I also have 4 tabs up, which I'm surprised. So it works. YouTube works great. Blah blah blah. Retract that. StreamYard is working great without any saying this or that. So I'm happy with it. And it's airing now on YouTube, which I'm not even paying attention to YouTube at all. Still looking at that Headless Horseman. So I just want to look back on the armor. I can get the... There's also the... I was thinking getting the gold armor for Skeletor for that, but the Christmas special Origins compatible animated version painted head Skeletor would look quite interesting on there, but because the primarily is with the Stratos' helmet was red, so red on the gray looked good. The blue, I'd really have to think about it. On Stratos' body, would I go with? Let me just bring in the vintage armor set. Let's go with the $65 set because it doesn't have much. It's got Skeletor purple, Faker orange, card back pink, black, glow in the dark thing. I'm going black under the $30 range. No, I'm doing black under the $50 range. That's a charcoal one. If I do, this one has more. So if I do black under, so it'd have the chest, harness, armor, the belt, the staff, and the custom sword custom reproduction black. For the Zodak body to represent anti-Eternia Skeletor with the orange face, because the other dudes had orange hair, so he has an orange face. That's only $45. I don't see... Well, Corey did the yellow, but he did yellow for his Faker Skeletor figure, which I keep asking about. But they do have red, and it's $45. So I'm like, green, oh, too much slime pit thing. The Leo brownish gray. Leo brownish gray is $50. Leo charcoal gray is $50. I'm already good with that. I just glued the bottom piece back. The Leo brownish gray, which I would use the... What was I using brownish for again? Wow, I have so many figures in my mind. So I want to do black with the animated style head, orange face, orange skull for my anti-Eternia Skeletor. I'm pondering using the red Christmas Skeletor with the white face, white skull, red hood, red armor for gray body. Just be differently unique. And Leo brownish gray, I was thinking Leo brownish gray for someone, but now I don't remember which one now, because I put the figures away. So animated web store would have animated Skeletor pieces. That's simple as that. Takes care of that. Makes my Leo Toys version without having to paint anything or paying for anything. So that's that. I like to do the red armor because it's primarily red. Even red over gray looks good. If I did a Leo brownish gray, I would take this Stinkor, use a washable black paint, give him a black body, give entirely black body here, and I would go with a brownish gray, just because it's slightly different on there. Grab another Skeletor head. So I may do that. If I choose to do Skeletor with a black body, I will go with a Leo brownish gray, because a little bit lighter concept, but still very dark and sinister. And give him, to find a brownish gray paint, or just send it over to Kenny saying, match this please, because he has the eye to match these things. So that would be best. When I get the Leo brownish gray, send him that armor, send him a Skeletor head, and Stinkor's body. I don't just send you Stinkor's body. I can paint Stinkor's body. It sends less weight as well. So I just paint Stinkor's body all black with a washable black paint. But I'll send you the boots. I'll send you the boots and a Skeletor head to match the Leo brownish gray armor. Yes. And for a gray Skeletor, I'll go with the Christmas one with the red hood and the white skull face. That looks good there. Because that red just primarily fits there. Because black and gray, like, that's not too much. Oh, is that a bit much? I can never tell. Or, as I mentioned, I'll message Kenny again because he's busy painting. Should I go with the red armor and the Christmas red hooded Skeletor with the white skull for this gray body? Or would you recommend going with black armor, the black hood, and having the red skull? So the gray body, black armor, red skull, which gives that idea of what I was thinking about. Would have been cool if Barbarossa continued on with that figure concept, because the red looks good on here. That's why it's got the red helmet. So red hood, red thing there, whites with the white skull. So that's an option. That's always an option. And that's still an option for switching out. I mean, I only found one Stratos. And since I'm not really, the only thing that'd be different is switching out putting boots on him. So putting red boots on him and getting the red armor, the red hood. And so it's like, it's interesting. Or just going completely dark and having him with the red skull and everything black. So why not both? That's a possibility. Someone said it, popped in my head. Maybe it was me. Why not both? Which, I mean, I would actually try to find another Stratos. Is that blood? A bit of blood in my shirt. Find another Stratos. So one has the red hood with the white skull and the red armor, while the other one has the black armor, black hood, and the red face, red skull. So like the whole differences there. So yes, that's something to mind. I do need to clean this up. Maybe tomorrow my birthday. I don't know. Whee. Back to one more thing, then I'm going to end the stream. This was also at GameStop. Bookworm. I honestly don't remember I had it. I mean, there's kind of a, because he did the straps and goes, it's Bookworm from the classic TV series. The nerd. They got the light on his head or something. I don't remember the episode. I like the brown and gold outfit. And I never got the Batmobile because, again, I wasn't going for the big stuff. or I don't have the Batcave, but I do have the library, which the library can fill in. Oh, I know. I passed on another Robot Batman because I do have a Robot Batman. It's like, why do I need two Robot Batman? I don't. So I put it back down. So I had Superman, the He-Man, Bookworm, and Zodak. That's all I got from them. Bookworm I would open up because when I stick all my books together, I'm going to have Bookworm standing in front of it. Just because it made sense. He's got his magnifying glass. It's fitting. So all my books that I have on the shelf, it's Bookworm from Batman. It's a TV series. It's fitting. Had that bit of a... I don't know the words. I don't know the words. I don't speak French. So that goes here. This got to be trashed. A laboratory notebook. Why? Because it's funny. There's something like a layout on a desk or something. Or just open up or go to, we're doing a video, when we're doing a show, it's like, so what else are we going to do here? Prop. Oh. I still have my birthday presents open. But it's not my birthday. And I know I actually waited this time. I still not taking a picture of the TV display. I got from Hobby Lobby a ceramic, just putting batteries on the bottom so it lights up in there. A pot of gold. It was at 66%. So it was like 66% and $1.87, and it came out $2. Be right back. Okay. The three people are still watching. Let's see. So 2 are on my watching YouTube stream. No one on Facebook. I really need to push the Facebook thing. But of course, it's also 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like people are at work. So maybe the Saturday night thing. We'll see. But I finally get to feel right about pushing it. Well, then I'm pushing it again for Facebook. Twitch, I may put this. I've been putting the Spill the Geek Tea on Twitch, which only says I have one person watching. Like, again. And it's not Mackenzie. And I watch her shows if I put on mute because I'm like doing everything at one, and it's late night. So maybe someone's spying on me. I don't know. I don't care. Spy all you want. I'm not saying anything wrong. But it's kind of, to me, I was on Twitch for this, that, and other thing. Like, I did it because I had, should only make it more viewers, so I got 10. Wow. Mark's still here. That's Mark and the Spy on Twitch. Lightspeed is gone. Tommy the Leprechaun. Okay. Well, if you want to hump a pillow, go for it. And Tommy the Leprechaun. Well, it is hump day. And there's a lot of monkeys out there. Here we go. What's that song? Here we go, baby. We are nothing but mammals. Let's do it like they do it on Discovery Channel. Here we go. Oh, now. Panda Man does everything that a panda can. So it's a 2-hour video, a 2-hour tower video, 2-hour stream on Wednesday. Pretty interesting. I am. Problem with Aquaman, he doesn't stand. Batman stands. Aquaman does not stand. It's outrageous. And the coolest figures, and he doesn't stand. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. I cannot stand. Batman stands the same figures from McDonald's. How much did I spend for that figure? Wow. That's outrageous. Everything I bought from this guy was affordable, but that Batman was $5. And my original Aquaman does not want to stand. It still never stands. Like, can't stand it. Can't stand it. So just, can he stand next to Batman? Yeah. You just stand in front of me, Aquaman, and therefore you'll be standing up straight. Oh, that's outrageous. Yep. And they're not bears. Like my hair, black and white. Panda Man. Well, that's the thing. That's... After I clean up a bit, I'm going to hang up my calendar. I'm going to take a picture of the TV display. I just didn't feel like grabbing that pot of gold. 66% off. From $5 something down to $1.87 and tax, $2 even. That was a great price from Hobby Lobby. So I was happy with that. And Target, I just didn't feel like going and getting another sketchbook creations of Hordak and Grizzlor when I wasn't showing the back of the package. I mean, for those I want to keep in package, that's what I usually do. But so much crap I buy today alone, today and yesterday. Oh my god, lots of money. If it's dinged, it's dinged. I'm just accepting it because I may buy it perfect and it may get crushed in all my stuff. I mean, I had the sword from, we went to Cinderella's castle, ate dinner there years ago. You had to have a reservation. And then they block, and there are people like, oh, can you walk between us? No, you got to walk around the castle. Can't you walk through? No. You cannot walk through the castle. And so they knew I was standing there waiting to eat. And so they let me go into the hallway and just take pictures. So that was the greatest thing. So they're fine with me because I'm here waiting to go eat, Now these people that think, I won't walk through. Walk around, you lazy bums. Because otherwise, they just back and forth. The people that are waiting outside are trying to get upstairs and eat dinner and see all the princesses. And the girls got the little wands and the guys got the swords. Yay. My sword got warped. Could be Peyronie's disease. It just, it took a long time sitting in between boxes, so I finally got it nice and perfect again. Oh, you can't see that. Still can't see it. There it is. There's the sword. There's a sword from there. So that's the stuff to clean up here. And yes, as Greg keeps talking about, I'm not hungry. I'm full from that pizza. Still have these Cheetos Puffs cheese pizza. I just had enough cheese pizza. So it's still going to sit behind me. And now the banner's covering it, so you can't see it from here. But the videos, once I do the videos again, I may finish that. Oh, they are bears? Technically, they're bears, but the closest relation is the red panda in relation to the raccoon. But giant panda DNA is closer to a bear than raccoon, but the bears. And you would know because you like the bears. The bears. Closest I got today were 2 golden retrievers, a little white doggy, and then a brown doggy. Because the 2 golden sisters, they were at the door, so I was like, "Oh, Daddy went to the bank or something." And the little one, I petted them, petted the goldens, and he's like, "Oh, you're nice to them. I can be nice to you too." And then the other one, was like, sniffed the hand, like, "Thank you for petting me." So I had the 4 doggies sitting at the door at the antique mall, waiting for the daddy to come back from the bank. And he was gone for a long time because they're like, 2 of the goldens were like, So like, what's taking so long? Saying, "Oh, I know. And I was running with the figures because Amazing Finds has their booth way in the back, which is overloaded, and they open up another one, so the one way in the back still has comics, a couple toys. The one next to it has a few things, a lot of Star Trek figures from Playmates, all carded, some Star Wars figures carded. And then, but when you enter the mall, you go around the corner, and then like 4 or 5 big giant, so like probably 3 booths combined, and that's where we have all these things, the boxes, and then the metal trays, booths, metal containers, dump everything in there. So I was just searching through all the figures. That's why I discovered Mosquito and did not notice that he was missing the plastic snout thing and missing a hand. So I don't worry about the hand. But getting that extra piece from eBay made the whole figure come to full price. It's like, wow. That's the main thing. So now I got a perfect one. Didn't know it was loose again. I thought it was all carded when I bought them, but I didn't care. I got them. So I always say I have a Mosquito missing a hand. I got full Mosquito here. I got 2 Stinkors, but again, I may paint one of them. Just have them use a washable black paint to paint the entire body, and use that one for a figure. Which maybe that one will be Anti-Eternia Skeletor. All the Anti-Eternia good guys are all black with orange. Maybe I'll do that one all black with the orange. I mean, with the that would work with the Leo charcoal. Representation of a different carnivore family. Oh. Red lesser panda was formerly considered closely related to the giant panda. Is no longer considered a bear. So, living representation of a different carnivore. The things you learn from my show and my other show, Spill the Geek Tea. Now, since it's only March, I know who will not be on next year's poster. Because I only put him in there because the whole representation of, being the sister show. But I'm going to bring back Arthur from the Guardians of the Gallifrey. So he has the round one. So I'll be moving pictures around again. Because I got, so far I know, is adding Pedro because Pedro was a returning guest. Might as well make him a co-host. I mean, tell him that. Saying, you've been on the show many times over, you're a co-host. He's gonna host. Wow, he's hosting Sunday night show. We're going live on Sunday night, and then going back to pre-recorded shows for the next 2 weeks because I like those shows so much. That you can be put in there, and then we'll just flip back and forth. So Sunday night we'll record a live show if there's time. If everyone feels all right, we may record another show Wednesday. Okay, so we do the live show. The pre-recorded show will be on the next. They'll be can't put it on next week because next week's a live show. We'll see. Maybe just that's how I would have the library set up with pre-recorded shows. We record a live show, and then we'll record a pre-recorded show, and then we'll do a pre-recorded show, stick in the library. But if it's good enough, but for next week, so we may do alternate every other week, do a live show, or like I was thinking, first place, anything that's pre-recorded, especially during the week, if someone's not available on Sunday. Figuratively speaking, would like to be on the show, so grab. Corey has yet to say anything. Oz is always busy. Eldor is still in the summertime. Mikey is when he has time off, when he is available. So, some people from the toy crew. So I can bring in figuratively speaking, put him on the poster. And when Eldor can come back, when it's cooler out in his room, they won't be sweating underneath the robe. Mikey will come back. Jay's always back. Katie is when she can. So Pedro is back. So Pedro will be on the poster. Eliza, she was on for one show. And so they've been on just one show. That's why I'm going to bring Arthur back for a few more shows so I can put him on a poster. What's this again? Let's see. That's after 56,000 subscribers to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. And we get. He said he would pay us if he could. But since Christian is not on the show, I'm glad you two thought of it because I wasn't even thinking about that. I just, that's why I throw out the ideas and where's it going to stick? Will it stick like the Velcro? Sticking the Velcro on the cardboard box and sticking the magnets onto the Velcro and sticking the magnetic piece onto the magnets, which sticks on the sticky back of the Velcro, and the Velcro sticks to the Velcro, and the Velcro sticks to the sticky, which is sticky and sticks to cardboard. That way around. So essentially the long way around for me. Yes, that's the thing. When we did the 2 recorded shows, Jay did the shows wow, I want to put it on. So that's why it's coming out, the end of the month. And Mark does a show, wow, I'm going to put it on after that one. It's these shows are just there. If not even just to build a library, anything. If I record something during the week, if I can get anyone to record toy crew interviews during the week, then I'll stick in the library and figure out a time. But yeah, if we can do 2 shows, that'd be interesting. We have the shows we record on Sundays. I put them on Monday because it was a whole back to back. Spill the Geek Tea, then the Legend of Driving TARDIS. But then there's we should just do the recordings and show it live on Sunday. So, and now let's put it out there. But is it too much to put on Monday? I do the Wednesday, I do Saturday. And now we do technically Sunday. We do Sunday. Mark and or I do Tuesdays. I do the Wednesday show here. Do Saturday show here. So I remember I got to fix this too after I take a shower. I'm gonna fix the YouTube scheduling. Delete the YouTube scheduling and put the schedule from here saying when you doing YouTube, doing StreamYard, so I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and even Twitch with the one person watching. Oh, now I see it. My little thing, connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, if you're on Wi-Fi, try playing in your router to plug into your router or move closer to it. That's what I was worried about. You know, the signal may not be strong now. Okay, I'm just going to take a peek. Dave sent me a weird attachment. It's a dog. Let me just check this out here. It's also 5 o'clock. People are getting home. They want to be on the internet. They're using my signal. You know, I look clear. I look very clear on YouTube. For having 4 tabs up on YouTube and with a notification like that, it would just have me all blurry as hell. So for them to say, what's going on? So let me just I'm not gonna risk having too many tabs. If I was just looking back and forth for the armor, so that's the thing. When I'm gonna get out of the shower and start cleaning stuff up, I'm gonna write down the notes of should I? Oh, you better be good to me. Go with red armor for Skeletor, or black armor with red face, and black armor for that one too. So I have my orange one for Anti-Eternia, but I also have the red one with the red skull. Well, actually, I'll have the black armor for that one already, but it's keeping with the general hilarious silliness of, it's the Halloween Skeletor, orange skull, the Anti-Eternia He-Man, and all the other characters that Mr. Home Arcade has, or he might have a couple. They'll have orange hair. So he has a Caucasian body, wearing black armor and orange skull. Like, the antithesis, but not quite still. But if he had the red skull, that gives a whole new form of. That's another one. The character Barbarossa made a whole nother character. So I went black there, but if I go with Leo brownish gray, gotta get through this. So Animated Skeletor it's just taking the Animated Skeletor bits and pieces, put on a web stored body. That's good. I think there's a bug bouncing around because it's hot outside and the bugs are. So go jump in a thing there and die. Yeah, we get this. Yeah, they get these weird bugs that jump. It sounds familiar. So it's hot outside, so one of them's jumping around somewhere. So when I find out, smush it real good. So I only had plans for Animated Skeletor, so now I got the figure coming to Orlando. Switch those Skeletor parts onto Web Store's buy, so I have a Leo Toys Filmation Skeletor done. I got Stratos, which I was thinking going with red with the white skull face, because red kind of complements it. I can still do that because I don't really want to get another. That's 20. It's up to $50. If I want these pieces, it's going to have $45 with a red hood, white skull Skeletor, kind of weirdly obscure, but on a gray body would kind of work because the Stratos uses red. Also has light blue, but the red helmet, so the red helmet, red hood, white, it kind of fits. But if I go with the other Leo brownish gray Leo brownish gray on a gray figure. Just everyone else does this. I know. Can I? No, I can't. But now it's saying the Wi-Fi thing again. Okay. I'm gonna take off Facebook here, maybe because what weird. Okay, I'm reducing the screens here. I'm just having StreamYard. This happened when I did not reset the internet, but it looked all nice and perfect. I don't. Can I don't know how to present. Oh, image file. Share screen, slides, PDFs, extra camera, have extra camera, video file, image file. Okay, let me try something here. I want to try something real fast. Well, Kenny knows it. Leo brownish gray Skeletor armor on Barbarossa Customs. Would I use a Leo brownish gray on this gray body? What would stand out? Black would go on. Black armor would go on. I just like Skeletor. I've done different variations that I can. Because on the gray, charcoal gray looks excellent on a dark blue body. The light brownish gray does look good on a regular Skeletor body. But not much of a difference because it was a dark blue, so I went with the darker charcoal. To do a lighter gray, I think, okay, I can use Keldor's body, which is lighter blue. But I got used Keldor's body with that Skeletor head. I'm using the boots of. I'm using his boots too. I'm using the Keldor figure from Target with that Skeletor head with the big eyes. I'm using the gloves from Skelegod, which I painted purple. And I painted the brackets, his bracers, all the way through, sitting on the bone throne. That's not that scale. So it looks like I do when he's leaning back in the chair. That's nice. But it's that lighter blue. Just say with different armors. I don't want to have different armors. Would I do red for this one, or do the or do I do Leo brownish gray thing? No, I don't need. I already have purple. You have orange. You get the pink. I was going to do the pink for a faker, not Skeletor. Faker is most like glow in dark. No, black. Yes, yellow. No, red. Green. No. Leo charcoal gray. Yes, I love that charcoal gray. So between a red and a Leo brownish gray for Stratos, my mind is. I'm trying to figure it out. Is it Leo brownish gray or red? The choices. This is outrageous. It's outrageous. And there. Okay, if I put Batman's arm up on Aquaman's shoulders, on Aquaman's shoulder, he stands up. It's like, yeah. So yeah, that works. That looks cool. I just find a place for Aquaman and Batman. But I still hilarious with this Halloween Skeletor head. But it does work properly with a concept of an anti-Eternia Skeletor with Caucasian skin, though he has a hairy chest, hairy back. Doesn't matter, he's wearing the harness anyways, you can't tell. So put on the harness, all black, everything there, paint the boots black. That's easily representable for a anti-Eternia Skeletor. All black. But when I saw Stratos and I only paid $5 for Stratos, I was like, and I'm sure I have Stratos. I got vintage Stratos. I got vintage Stratos with the blue rocket pack and red wings. And then I eventually found the proper one. So I got both of them. That's why I said I never really needed Stratos. But then Naked Stratos came out. I was like, yeah, I finally got Naked Stratos. But did I actually get regular Stratos? That's what I got to do searching for. Because if I don't have regular Stratos, the Stratos would stay Stratos. But if I do have a Stratos, then I can turn this one into a Skeletor. But do I do Skeletor with the red armor and the red hood and the white skull? Or do I just go with if I went with black armor, which I can still play with the black armor. I say, well, once I get the black armor on this one, say, would he look better gray? I just switch over to gray. I had to use the hot water to pop his head off. I know that. So I just popped the head off and put the black armor here and said, this is what he looks like. This is what Skeletor would look like with the gray body. Because I'll do the picture first with Zodak's body, and then this picture here with Stratos' body. And if I do that, it's like, does it look right there, or should I go with the red? If I go with the red, then I get red by the red armor and the red hood. Or if I go with black, I have more black armor with the black hood and the red face, because I'd be like, deviously evil. Or do I go with the whole entire black? Oh yeah, that was a black body. But I go to the black body. If I do Stinkor and I do Stinkor with the Leo brownish gray, giving that whole different appeal. So yeah, I can go paint his body black with washable black. I use the Leo brownish gray for that, so it's brownish gray over black. So they had slight differences there, and have Kenny match the boots and the head for that unique Skeletor. And maybe paint that one with the red skull. Yeah, that would be that's my interpretation of what the figure would be with the red skull. And a black body. There's Skeletor. And then this one with the gray body has the red armor and the red hood with the white skull. So that means I would have 3 different Skeletors. Now technically 2 different Skeletors. I'm going with the red stands out on there, so it looks nice there, and then that one be anti-Eternia, and that one would be the character that Barbarossa had, and I was still in my drawer. I see what I was considering, and then since I have the painted thing there, that means would I use that for the Headless Horseman? So much to think about. It's outrageous. What? Come on, Wi-Fi. I just closed the screen. What? Thank you. Okay, 2.5 hours stream. And Gem is truly outrageous. Okay, that's what I'll do. Let me write this down. I didn't forget. Again. Is this a new schedule or the old schedule? This is this week's schedule, so I want to keep this week's schedule. Do I want to write on a plate? I don't want to write on a plate. Do I write on this? What's your notes? But first customer had no change, was mental when I said you're welcome. Some guy with a religious t-shirt on paid with a $100 bill. So again, fake churches. Third person had food stamps. And the other one had the box was spilling powder. Didn't care. It's spilling everywhere. Like, could you hand it to me, not spill all over the floor, you piece of garbage? Ungrateful people. That was a note from before. Forget about it. was this one? Spends $453 in food stamps and still has $909 left in food stamps. Don't you wish you had that much money in the bank? Don't you? Don't you? People that should be fired are the ones that are allowing these that have $900 in food stamps sitting in the bank and are allowed to have, all these luxuries while others can't get diddly-doo because diddly-doo. So let me write this down. Let's see, Zodak body. Zodak, black armor. Armor. Stinkor. I'm thinking Leo Brown charcoal. No, Leo Brown gray. Because the lighter gray is a lighter gray on a black body. Let's see. So I'm thinking red skull. Let me see about this here. Pizza. Zodak, black armor, orange skull. Stinkor, Leo Brown gray, red skull. Stratos, red armor. Red armor, white skull. So 2 Skeletors and the creation from Barbarossa, which he never completed on. Yeah, I like that. I got my notes. After I come back from shower, 2.5 hours, oh my God. I'm going to do the Milky Way cookie dough. It's been sitting on my desk for a couple days. Since I just need a share size. I'll be recording this on YouTube. I'll be recording this through Logitech and sending it to YouTube. I'm not recording it through StreamYard. Some basic things I will still record through the camera and sit in the computer. Because after a while, I just delete them too. After it starts piling up, I was like, okay, the broadcast is there. I'm good with the broadcast. Don't need the original footage. Sometimes I delete the original pictures too. So I'll record the video, send it to YouTube in about an hour. That's all I can do. That's all I'm going to eat. I was going to do... once I start cleaning up, I'll figure out most stuff. But that's about it. 2.5 hours of going back and forth. Okay. So good with... So I got an extra Mosquito now with all 3 hands and the device. Put that away because the third hand was like an open hand. Like I went with the closed hand, so no big deal. I thought it was carded. I said, well, I'll get this box. Open up as an email saying, oh, this came in. What? Oh, loose. If I known that, I would not have bought another Mosquito and Stinkor. I bought the second one because I wanted to see if I can do a custom, and that's what I'll do a custom on. And Clawful again, I don't have under the Origins line, so I'm good with it. So I can take a picture of this thing. I don't have any more March figures I want to display the relevancy of March, relevancy of everything in March. So I got Daleks sitting in a popcorn bucket because Daleks are everywhere. And I moved. Yeah, there it is. There's the pot of gold. I got me pot of gold right there. Of course, I didn't win the Fantasy 5 because now it's $1.6 million estimated for tonight. But nothing else corresponds from what I can see. Again, the book is a prop. The calendar I put up there. Let me put up soon. If I put this weight, put this thing up on top, and then I can have a book there. Yeah. I'll still put it up top there. I'll use it for later. Put it for somewhere. Hang my Christmas stocking when I find it. It's probably in there too. Okay. Gatorade is thirst aid for that deep down body thirst. Then again, you can make your own Gatorade with proper ingredients. You just have to Google it. And it's somewhere in my Instagram videos. So there's a proper way of doing the traditional Gatorade before it was overcome by Coca-Cola. Was Gatorade over? I can't remember that either. Whoever bought Gatorade from the creator and screwed up with the high fructose corn syrup. I didn't pay attention if this video is going out on YouTube Music because, again, when I do my YouTube, I do the videos on YouTube, but then again, this popped up earlier a couple of times saying, "Oh, your signal's weak." So what? And I look back on YouTube, everything is fine. So I don't get it. Well, I had to go watch that documentary, originally a comedy called Idiocracy, when the president, Terry Crews, used Gatorade to water the plants. But it's got electrolytes in it. And didn't work until the brother of the other one, the one that actually appeared in Stargirl, which I like that show. I liked all the DC Universe shows on the CW before CW screwed it all up. Use water and then the plants are growing. Ah, Idiocracy. Oh, that because that makes sense because when you sweat out salt. When I worked at Home Depot for a short time, that's when I got my first kidney stone. I just sweated to death. I didn't drink enough water. I'm outside, sweating. You see the salt line on my shirt, and that's when I had my first kidney stone, and it passed easily. Second one, a little bit harder. Stayed, and the third one, I went to the hospital. I went to the emergency room. All I had to do was drink a bottle of water. That was a waiting period. It's like, okay, why is this happening? Intense pain, can barely walk, and other thing. And just sitting, and then in the restroom. It's like, thank God. But they charged me because they had to. The woman there said, just leave. And then I told my dad, let's leave. And all of a sudden they had to talk to me about it. So that's when they charged me for it. Charged me for using the cup. And then they had to speak to me. That's how they got their money out of me for that. That was immense pain. Oof. Kenny talks about me scratching myself. No, that was really horrible. So, it takes me hours to drink a big container of water, full of ice, 2 bottles of water, and enough fruits and vegetables in it to, give it flavor. And most of the time I finish it. But then I come home, I drink something. But, I wasn't dehydrating myself completely. So when it happened, the third time when it happened at work, yeah, I didn't drink enough water. But it just scared the crap out of me. It's like, what? Why is it doing this? But then it goes plunk when you hear that clinking against the ceramic. The second one I lost because when I was in Orlando, I was like saying clink. It's like, yep, it's mixed with everything. Flush. The first one I have in a container. The third one the hospital has. So 3 kidney stones. I drank enough today, but I should grab another bottle of water too. Keep it all up there. So everyone else has left. The weird people that came and asked me weird things. But so my first live video on StreamYard's going out to so I only have one viewer on YouTube and the one probably stalker person on Twitch not responding, so that's all I can say. Could be a spy. Because it was my friend, I believe she would have said something. But thank you, Kenzo's Creations, for popping in. Check him. Let's bring up the banners. Here, let's go top here, flipping back and forth here. So thank you, Kenzo's Creations. Get him on YouTube. Had his YouTube page there. Let's see, back here, and next we have Timescale Stitching on YouTube and on Spill the Geek Tea. Kansas Creations was on Spill the Geek Tea, but he has many other things. Maybe it'll be a weekday recorded show at sometime in the future. Let's see, who else do I have? Oh, I keep pushing the buttons again. So back to comments. Let's see, we also had the Candyman. You catch the Candyman on his Instagram page, Cyborg T100 _ cosplay, and Spill the Geek Tea and the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Let's see here. I don't have Figuratively Speaking on the show yet, but when he does come on the show, you can catch Figuratively Speaking on YouTube because he agreed to be on the show, so that means he can be on the poster. So that's Figuratively Speaking, Pedro Rivera. Pedro. Elsa. 1, 2, 3. And I'm bringing back Guardians of the Gallifrey president for a few more, so I put his picture there because he was on one show last year, and he can be back on board, just not once a month. He can't do it because he's got a meeting to do. And some couple of crazy people that were talking about humping a pillow and humping a monkey. Say, okay, if that's what you like, so be it. Every time I move the mouse over too far to the right, I get the screen saying, "Oh, breaking news! 10 dislike action movies that are actually not that bad." They're showing Last of the Jedi. 79 degrees with a fire weather statement. Microsoft is finally rolling out something. It went by too fast. Doctor Who news. Animated missing stories may be released at increased rate. This was a day ago. Doctor Who news. Animated missing stories may be released at increased rate. That's because we want to see it. We got the entire collection. Hello. Too much monkey business. And so after I take a shower, I don't have any Gatorade. I don't know what this note. Oh, this is my partial note. So yeah. Tear out this piece of paper. Use it for later. Tear out this piece of paper. That's my notes for this. Using the Skeletor heads. Can't put that one up yet. Don't have a place for it. Can take her out of the package, but I don't. And the characters and the figure has been made. I just don't have the other figure. That one stays there. That one I can. Was I the other one? Put a nice little scene up. That's a present. That could be a present. That might be a present. I can present them nicely somehow. That's going on the wall. That one would be a present. Those for later. Those I want to put away. Put that one away. Kit Kats. Optimus Prime would like to open. Show up in my presents tomorrow. So I'll do a little bit of cleaning tomorrow. My Robin away. My Jason Todd Robin. It only cost me $1. Thanks to my credit card points. Superman away. Okay, yes. Yeah, so I'm throwing some Doctor Who news on my own personal channel. And let's see if I actually want to go on next week's show. Because the authors that were supposedly coming on there has some relatingness to Doctor Who. And I was promised that I would have interviews from people that couldn't not fit specifically with the Legend of Charming TARDIS. I'm still waiting on that. You know, and those are easily pre-recorded shows if they can't make it on Sunday. Like trying to build up on my channel here. Well, both channels. Like now that the Spill the Geek Tea is at 1,400, it's at 1415. 1414 was cool. 1415 is like, okay, that's an increase. Or here, even go to 1,300 just to make that. I made it to 1,300 subscribers. You know, I'm good. My award will say over 1,000. My reward will say over 1K subscribers. Well, how it fits. Let's say 1,000, over 1,000 subscribers, or is it over 1K subscribers? Whichever looks better. I'll take down the pirate portrait. Would the light be shining too much in there? That's an interesting thing too. I'll see. But one at a time, or both at a time, or something. When there's time to have them made, I'll figure it out. Supposedly, because that was the whole idea of there were authors and people saying, well, they have nothing to do with Doctor Who, so why are you putting on your show? And so with Spill the Geek Tea, those authors, the people that he knows, can go on Spill the Geek Tea and be interviewed. But where are these so-called interviews that were promised? I don't know, and I just wait. Something's offered to me, I'll accept it. I'm not gonna just, when I posted, these are plans I have for future episodes, and no one replied to except for a couple people. And say, and then I just went with, if you want to be on the show, tell me you can be on the show, and then we'll, I'll go through topics and see how it fits. You want to talk about this? You want to talk about that? Same. I said to at least 4 people. I said to the Toy Crew, if you can be on, when will you be available to be on? And say, here are the topics, and then if you want to be on that show or that show. So, which topic you like? You like this topic? So let me just confirm with other people. Can I get enough people to be on the show with this topic? Yeah, we'll post it. No big deal. You are able to get Doctor Who people, and but that statement he made is like we talk about everything but Doctor Who. Is like, well, where are these people that don't have any relations to Doctor Who that can be on my show. People were complaining about Astronaut Abby was on Legend of Driving TARDIS, but it was related with space. So that was before I even had a concept of the show. And these people that were interpretive dance, but a couple of them they were Doctor Who cosplayers as well. So that's what I snuck it in there. Like, yes, when you make the option, I will take it. If not, I'm not going to push it, because again, 3 of us can do the show. And Dave comes in when he has time. Jay comes in when he has time. So we got, between 3 to 5 people can do the show, and we're still gonna do an hour. We're still gonna do a little over an hour. No big deal. It's Sunday night, and it's early. It's only 6 p.m. Eastern on a Sunday night. So as long as you don't go past like 8 o'clock, then people say, okay, I need to get some sleep, got to prepare for work in the morning. So that's just, we do between 45 minutes to up to 2 hours, even if we go back to the core plan for StreamYard, it's enough that would keep people's attention. We just, an hour is enough time. Okay, watch a little show like on TV, right about there, all good. Not me babbling away on a Wednesday or Saturday, going on 3 hours for my first time ever on a Wednesday, going on a long time. Because I ate lunch. It's a big pizza. I'm kind of full, so I'm not being interrupted or anything. Yeah. And that's the whole concept. I was like, what about this thing? And are they interested in? But, there are people that's not been interested in Doctor Who. Also, they weren't interested with Capaldi. Peter Capaldi is my favorite Doctor. They say, well, there's an old man. They want to see the young people on there. And the ratings dropped. That's why they switched it from going with a classic, a man who loved Doctor Who so much, but of course filmed 12 hours a day, and it just took wear and tear on him. He had his surgery on his knees because of the forcefulness of doing everything. So it's like, that's pretty much why they leave, because it's like so much of an impact, do so much in a short time, and then everything else is editing. And it's like, he was amazing, but his ratings were low because young people want to see younger people play the Doctor. So they're like, well, fine, we'll go with, diversity, have female Doctor, which I love Jodie. So watching her, like, but her stories were like, what? The guy who had the book on everything, and he said, well, I'm going to change the rules. Okay, you're no J.J. Abrams, and he still screwed things up with Star Wars, in my honest opinion. Star Trek too. Entertaining, but this whole, how did it go? Does it go back to normal Star Trek? Because movies went from the originals, went to Star Trek to this obscure universe thing because the timeline changed, and then did it go back into it for other things? I don't know, and not much into it. Star Trek anymore. I'm a Trekkie. I watch a show. I'm not a Trekker. I just obsess over it. Then to go, so, well, let's bring in Ncuti, because he's a great actor. He was on one of other Russell's shows, and it was brought about this way. It's like, okay, trend setting. Disney accepted this concept because when you go to the parks, you see everything that's, I think Eisner's, or whatever Bob is in charge again, they brought him back because of they were losing money or something. Always losing money. I mean, the park rides need parts, and it's not in the budget. Oh, so we'll give you a screw 7 months later. We're going to throw money into Disney Plus instead of, we're going to raise the price on the parks. People go in there and they can't go on all the rides because the money that is being transferred over to Disney Plus. Like Paramount is doing the same thing. They're shutting down the studios because they're going to getting people to watch TV or watch these programs instead of people that go out and spend all their money to enjoy this thing. No, we're going to get the fast buck. And you go to the park and say, okay, Bob's niece was gay, so trying to say, well, if we attract more gays into the park and have this and that, we'll throw all the merchandise with pastel colors and everything else. The whole section was like huge section. It's like, just send me to the Star Wars section. I want the droids. That's my main thing, is like build droids. Like, I love droids. I love it when they did the build of droids. That was amazing stuff. The uniqueness of it is, oh, we got new parts. Oh, then they decided we're not gonna do this anymore. Oh, so now you just gotta buy the figures, and my friend could just go into the park, use his Disney discount, and give me the droids instead of me going on eBay to get them. Like every year, not thinking about it, thinking, can you get on time? Can you get on time? They're sitting in a park. They're not going anywhere. He can just go into the park anytime he wants to and just buy me the figure. Like zoom at 80 miles per hour to get to Disney, buy me the figure and zoom back. Or even go to downtown Disney. Even better. Just go to the toy store, get me the figure, and go home. But usually if he goes to Disney, he enjoys himself, buys me the figure, then he spends the day having fun. Oh yes, happy hump day. Hump, hump. Did a hump, hump, hump. So things I just can't, because the way my life sucks. That's why I have shows, to make people say, just try to entertain you people, to try to make you laugh, try to make you learn something. Because buying all these things, does it make me happy? Yeah. Then it's like, where am I going to put it? I can stack up 2 different Power Girls, because I want to open up one. The less expensive one. Because she's a beautiful figure. I want to put the Wayne Manor, because that's, one day they put up Batman figures. Another day put up the Doctor Who figures, because it's a library. It could be the third Doctor to use. Could be for Shadow, which I sent that it's in storage in Orlando. Because I wasn't much into the way it looks. Like, no, it's the proper way to look. I'm like, why didn't we don't have any room to display it anyway in here, so it's in storage. But hopefully I can get to it before anything happens, and it's like, where are my stuff? Well, my friend's sister took over everything, and like, where's my stuff? That's my stuff. Can I get a lawyer? Gotta sue her for everything and get my toys back. My fault for collecting too much. And then again today, what I have the Spider-Man with the Green Lantern, because okay, I like the Green Lantern, so I do like that Spider-Man. I want to put the symbiote armor on him, so it's a symbiote armor on this Spidey attacking Green Lantern, so that's perfectly fine. I don't need Venom. April O'Neil, I want to use the wings on the Sorceress, because everyone else does it, and it looks cool. The Superman, well, someone made me an offer. The Superpowers figures, like, well, they've been taken off of Walmart, so McFarlane has obviously decreased and will not make any more figures because he lost the license to Mattel. Bookworm, I definitely want to display him with my books. This I'm definitely keeping in the package because that's a Chase figure, and I got it for $10. Stealth Armor He-Man. When I contacted the one dude about making heads, he never replied again. Because I would like to put have a custom head of me on this body, which I would use Shredder's garment and have the shroud over, so I'm sure it would fit. Put on Shredder's garb. Yeah, use He-Man's body, whichever. I could use any other He-Man's bodies I had already, but I thought, well, and the shroud thing's kind of cool too. May use that for something else. But that Batman I'll keep for a while. That Lex Connor Kent, that was theirs again. So was it? The extra figures, yeah. The Optimus I do want to display one day. Stuff I want to get from my brother in the UK, which, you know, the MS, even when he didn't have MS, he still kind of waited, and I was like, I may never see it. If I do, where I'm going to put it. But, you know, I'll do some cleaning. It's 555 making a wish. Clean the desk off after I shower a bit. May have a cheese sandwich later. Put these figures away. Work on my list for Barbarossa Customs. Say, okay, got what I said there. I want to go Black Armor, Leo Brown, and most likely red. And get the animated that head again, but have it paint a red skull. The red hood with the white skull. So 2 heads, 3 armors. And the other one is glued. Glue works from there. I'm fine with it. Don't want to pay another $22 and requesting that he will do it. Just for that, I think no. It's good enough. Fine with that. But to take one tumble and for the plastic to break like that, that's a shame. Damn dirty shame. So I guess that is finally it. Almost 3 hours. 4 people watching. 3 on YouTube. The 1 still on Twitch. Kind of like, well, no one responds on Twitch. Could be a spy. Could be something spying on me. It's like, well, whatever. I only have Twitch up because I just don't feel like deleting it. And I may post Spill the Geek Tea on it just because. So I get that notification saying, oh, you had 1 person watching. 1 out of 10 subscribers. Wow. So, that's how Kenny used to watch me on Twitch. And then we talked about something and the Psycho. But I see a couple friends here and there. They just stream on. I'm awake. Okay. Put them in the background. Just leave it be like that. You know. The way things are with the other shows, like, yeah, whatever. If you know someone and they don't fit in with the show, and you made a promise that I'd be sent over to my show, I'm waiting. But we'll continue on. Like I said, between 3 and 5 people, we can do a show. If we have a topic, great. If not, we can figure out something. We just talk. Say, well, and because it'll be live, we'll say, you know, when the next time we go live. Next time we go live is April 13th. 13th of April, we'll go live again. Because the next Sunday, we go live. And then we'll have 2 pre-recorded shows because they're so good, I want to get them out there. And so after that, do a live show. And we don't have a topic. We're like, well, this is the 13th of April, 2025. And I can throw in the whole Roman thing again. Because based on those Romans and changing the year up to, because well, there's written work about what happened during that time period, but there's no artwork. There's nothing shown that it would fit in that 300-year period. So it's just the advancement of that one emperor wanted to reign in the year 1000. So technically, we're in the year 1727. And this is based on 12-month calendar. So even if we had a 13-month calendar, still making a difference. You know, a 13-month calendar, 12-month calendar will still have 365 days. But the 13th calendar is proper, but a 12-month calendar, we have that stupid leap year crap. So yeah, it doesn't matter if we were in a 13-month calendar, 12-month calendar, it's still the same years, still the same 365 days in the year. we are technically in the year 1727. So after we're all dead and gone, and the Mayan calendar would be correctly following that pattern, we have not reached the year. When was the end of the year coming again? 2020 or 2021? 1999? No, year 2000. In the year 2000. Wow. I'm just going to take a peek real fast because my mind is Mayan calendar end date. What was it again? In 2012. Yeah. The Mayan calendar. Wait, what? The Mayan calendar and the end of the world. Why one does not substantiate the other. The present cycle of the ancient Mayan long count calendar begins 11 August 3114 BCE and concludes in 21 December 2012. Because of this, the end of the world is certainty. The great cities, for example, reached a mature stage, and the Mayan calendar calculated the date of 3,114 before Christ as the beginning of the world, based on the earlier calendar of the Mixizolk people. Transformation of death, seduction destroys man. There's nothing in the literature, religion, or in the archaeological evidence to suggest that the concept of endings, as understood in the Western Judeo-Christian tradition, exists in the world of the Maya, and there's nothing in the Maya calendar which supports an interpretation involving the end of the world. The Maya believed in repeating cycles, and their calendar reflects their belief. So, it's Western culture that made the whole situation happen. The Mayans say, Western culture, you're a bunch of idiots. Energy and transformation, time as energy. In conclusion, the Maya calendar does not in any way predict an end to the world, but rather a new age, new cycle. So what actually happened in 2012, still stupidity. So like any new beginning is something to be embraced and celebrated as an opportunity to move forward. So there we go. Nothing happened. So I scratched my ear to that. My first 3-hour video on a Wednesday. Humpity hump, hump, hump. I'm gonna shower all this off, clean up some, maybe grab a cheese sandwich, and get another drink. So I drank all my tea. Didn't spill one drop. But I spilled a rumor about the Mayan calendar being the end. Because people forget. I forgot what year it was. That was for 2012. But then again, we are in the year 1727, so you never know what's going to happen next. So again, thank you, my moderators who co-host and put up with me, and the two wacky people that popped in, and the one on Twitch that has not said a word. So, okay. I should just delete Twitch, but I was like, just to see that you have one person who's watching. Saying, okay, thank you, strange person watching. Because even my moderator knows that I'm not on the show. I don't do that show anymore. It's just reflections of me recording from someone else projecting on there. Because when my computer had issues, I lost Twitch Studio. Because they stopped using it. It was free. They stopped using it. They said, no, you need to go to one of these other services and pay for it. I was like, screw you. I have my account. Yes, you are the one. On YouTube. Now it's 2 on YouTube and still the strange person on Twitch. So if Twitch still kept the Twitch Studio, which was free, yes, I would have been on there with an even more obscure background. Yeah, Kenny does that. He's right about the buttons, but why is it I don't picture and layout? Press Shift F7. Press Shift 7. Shift 7. That didn't work. Sim layout. I don't guess. He can figure out this custom layout, and that works. I hide behind the thing there. I made that happen. Made that pop back in there. And this one, I played with that, but I don't get it. And with that, so I can do add item and digital camera grid recommended. Dynamic camera grid. Okay. Cancel. The add item of camera slot, media slot. Single camera slot at maximum of 10 per layout. Media slot, a single media slot, this slide is can blah 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 blah. I don't go blah blah blah. And edit layout. I did edit layout. I will do new layout. Cancel that. He always has full screen. He was on the show. He told me what to do, and it still didn't go through. I don't. And settings, I go to camera, general, landscape, portrait, orientation settings are disabled when live, but everything's check marked. Camera, audio, virtual background. Oh, heads up, the green screen feature uses a bit more computer resources than other features. The more powerful your computer is, the better it will perform. Yeah, I have that. I have high quality, but I don't need the backdrop. I mean, I did it for Legend of Trying TARDIS for a bit. Hotkeys, layouts. Select which layouts, news layout. But when more than one person are on there, guests have their notifications. I don't know. Yes. There was another one. Now they're gone. Present. Extra camera, video file, image file, share screen. The invite button, settings. I just pop settings again. Stop cam. We got our pictures on there. Do that stuff. I just don't get it. So why was the white background? I was like, well, the white background because it had, tasty cake. Because if I wanted to, I can go back to this. Oh, yeah. Let's go tasty cake. Blue waves. That would be interesting. Just to, if I wanted to, just do bubbles black or blue waves instead of having a white background. It's like, why is a white background? Because of the. So yeah, keep it simple. Just do that. I'll just keep it blue waves. Go with the wave. Overlay. Hide. Add overlay. I have the backdrops. I don't have any overlays because there's no need for overlays. Yeah, I just play with it like that. No, I can't figure it out because it's not a photo frame. It's just it becomes a photo frame. I cannot make my picture bigger. New layout. Kenny figured out. He has a full screen. I just don't. I'm not worried about it. all the banners came from the other channel. Media assets. There's an overlay. I can put the thumbnail. I use my Tasty Cake banner as my backdrop. So that's the introduction, Tasty Cake, Tasty Cake. That's fine. But backdrop music. Each shows under the live button. It's all these little buttons don't make a diddly do. When we're doing Spill the Geek Tea and the time scales, it's all the same. We have our backdrop, but we can't enlarge the picture. So can't do that on. Can we do that on? Dave knows how to do it. I mean, Kenny told me what to do. It didn't work. From what I had. And Dave doesn't do it, but Christian sometimes can do it. He makes a wide picture. So it's me going back on my other studio and see what I have. I think I'll do that. I will, like I did last night, I'll log out of here and go on to go back down here. Because Dave doesn't do that. Kenny does. Jay does. Jay and Kenny do. Dave doesn't. We don't do it on Legend of Trying Tards, but I know Christian has it done before. I'm sure of it. Gotta watch last night's episode. So I'm gonna shower, come back, go in the other studio, see what I can find. Because the layouts are for the entire studio, for the entire StreamYard. So since I can access the other account, I'll see what the layouts are. That's what I try to learn from. Say, where was it going here? But I didn't write it down. I got the receipt here. So I can write it down, figure it out. So I'll do that. So within half an hour, I'll figure it out. And come Saturday, if I'm on full screen, I'm on full screen. Tomorrow, I don't know. Tomorrow's my birthday. I don't even know if I want to do a birthday video. Definitely not live. I mean, over 3 hours, I was expecting this much either. Maybe some cleaning. Clearing up my head too. But that was good. This is good at... and I'll be in the other StreamYard in about an hour, getting all the details. I'm going to write down everything I can find. Because we have the same layouts. Same layouts here, but on Legend of the Trying Tards StreamYard, they had different layouts. And that's how I learned about this one. Because Dave did it. And I did it. And then Christian said, how do you do that? It's like, you just hide behind the producer's layout. So that was easy as that. Like, boom, custom layout number 3. Custom layout number 4. Why is it so tiny? I have no idea. I thought it was the way the picture is, it's supposed to have boom, 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 4 rectangles. But by myself, I'm a little tiny picture. And then custom layout 2, it goes back to middle. From there, like, okay. And this is the custom layout 1, it's supposed to be 2 and 2, but no. It's like, I just want to see basic picture in picture. But it didn't happen. When 2 people are on, I can do picture in picture. How everyone puts in a picture and, the whole, I think it's screen layout. We can be like on the left-hand corner and have a picture. And picture-in-picture, we saw that happen. But there's a one to actually have us on the horizontal, not just vertical, but horizontal. And that's what I'm going to be playing with when I get to the other one. It has to be through a new layout and add an item, but between dynamic camera grid recommended, the grid of camera slots that adapts dynamically to the number of participants on stage up to 10, a maximum of 1 per layout. Yeah, that's been done. And then we have camera slot, a single camera slot, a maximum of 10 per layout. Then we have media slot, a single media slot. Slot can display items from the present menu, such as slides, screenshots, and videos, a maximum of 1 per layout. So I think you can fill up the entire bottom row, but I'm gonna see again what's on the other StreamYard, write down the information, and then bring it back here. That's the best thing I can do. Oh, and Mikey didn't show up today. He said 3 o'clock was a good time, 3 o'clock Eastern. Because it's been noon, and he'll be able to be on the show, watch the show. And I didn't see Radical Mom on here from Radical Toys. Adam's mom. We're on Adam's show. Well, we're on chat. Adam's show last night. She goes, "Hi, Kaka." But I don't have dynamic layout on though. This is, we see everything on here: screen layout, new layout, spotlight layout, group layout. I don't have any. You could add them, but I don't. An edit layout. It's like edit, okay, but it's or edit and new. Like okay, add an item. I don't know. It's all. It was enough that I finally thought, wait a minute, I can go on StreamYard to do this thing. And only a couple times it said, you need to move your modem closer to the router. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I also had 4 tabs up, but it's also, at the time, people are coming home and everyone's using, so I don't get either. It's like, my Wi-Fi has a password attached. So no one is able to use the Wi-Fi band, but I guess the Wi-Fi still exists in the ether world, that the signal still goes through, but I don't get it. It's not a public Wi-Fi. It should not be. Yeah, but it's still fun. Everything's good. And clicking on YouTube, it had been perfect. No one saw any issues with it. I didn't see any issues with it. I don't know. Technology sucks. Technology sucks balls. 3 people on YouTube, one still on Twitch. Okay. 6:18. It's still light outside. Gonna shower, eat a piece of cheese, work on this on my other studio, come back and put it in the other studio, so I have it for all the studios. And then I'll have a Milky Way cookie dough as my snack, which I will do on YouTube, which I'll record, send it to YouTube. All is good. I don't want to open up anything yet. So I already opened up the figures here and okay. Kind of done with it until I can get the pieces I need. Okay, down to 3 people. So thank you, Grego, for standing by. Kenny for watching me on the tablet. Strange person on Twitch that's been on spying away. If you're not spying, then thank you, strange person, for staying on this long. And I'm just trying to see anything else. To open up my present? No, I'm not going to my present today. I need to clean up I clean up tomorrow. Then I may do a surprise video. I may just actually record a video and record a video through Logitech, post it on YouTube. I don't really know about going live. We'll see. See how it goes. I have no idea what this is. Or in this box. He gave me that beautiful popcorn holder. Mismatched parts of a R4 unit. R2, R3, R4. Of an R4 unit. I love that thing. That's brilliant. I'm very happy with that. I'll think about it. Either I do a video for my birthday, or I'll come in on live stream for my birthday for a little bit. Not 3 hours. So boop, boop, boop. Okay, yeah, so I'll figure it out. Thank you for those who are still lingering around for a 3-hour show, not saying anything. Hope I got like 5 billion likes for that. Get some of the watch hours done. So come back on Saturday, which I'll be streaming on Facebook and Twitch live. Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Don't want to do 4 hours again. I'm gonna cut down 3 hours. So I may pop in tomorrow for my birthday. We'll see about that. So until then, there's another hair on my keyboard. Okay. So until then, always remember, time waits and turns slowly.